Kaoru Hiseki clasps a skull while confronting a towering skeletal figure wielding a massive weapon. The fiery and icy energies swirling around them hint at a deadly battle yet to unfold. An intense burst of radiant energy shatters the darkness, hinting at a catastrophic event triggered by unseen forces, but this is just the beginning. An ominous fiery storm unleashes destructive energy over Linhai City, signaling that chaos is about to descend upon the Dragon Kingdom. But this is just the beginning. A massive demonic beast with glowing red eyes crushes the ground as a desperate woman shields her head nearby. Lightning cracks around a fierce blue dragon mid-attack, bringing chaos to the battlefield. But this is just the beginning. The young man and his allies freeze in terror as a massive horned beast looms before them, its presence turning the battlefield into a scene of imminent death and despair. But this is just the beginning. A glowing magical circle appears, signaling a mysterious change. The narrator explains that marks on humans' hands awakened unique powers, and a group of formidable figures stands ready with lightning striking behind them, heralding the dawn of an era where humanity's fate hinges on their new roles as hunters. But this is just... The narration reveals that only 3 among the awakened hold mythic ranked classes, introducing Ghostblade Alfred from the United States, who stands ready with a blade, then shifts to the fiery Hell Dragon Rider Rastif of Russia, commanding a blazing dragon, finally presenting Quan Jikshan, Frost Mage King. 2 powerful warriors stand side by side under the starry sky, while a narrator explains how mythic ranked fighters have given their countries a decisive edge in conquest. He has yet to find out the truth behind their rise. The sound of armored footsteps echoes ominously as the main character advances with unyielding purpose. But this is just the beginning. The warrior stands amid flames and smoke, his glowing eyes revealing his immense power, as the Dragon Kingdom's top expert, Asura, silently declares his deadly presence. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. The young man stands defiantly on a hill, sword in hand, as 2 massive demonic creatures clash violently above him with a flash of lightning splitting the sky, signaling the arrival of an unprecedented battle. But this is just the beginning. The warrior delivers a powerful strike against a fierce demon, breaking through to become the first to conquer the 70th world. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this victory. The fighter unleashes a powerful blazing sword attack, yet an overwhelming wave of monstrous demons assaults the earth, forcing the young man to face an apocalyptic threat that even a legendary warrior like Asura struggles against. He has yet to find out the truth behind this relentless invasion, but this is just the... The young man's eyes blaze fiercely as he readies himself to strike, his gathering rage promising a dangerous confrontation. But this is just the beginning. A dark group stands silently before a mysterious, ancient coffin, radiating an ominous light. But this is just the beginning. The narrow, dimly lit alley under a cold night sky hides a lone figure moving cautiously, while a narration reveals that the Dragon Kingdom's top hunters gathered for a memorial ceremony in the capital city just the day before, hinting at hidden dangers yet to unfold. The young man walks past screens showing a news report about the kingdom's record number of awakeners this year, unaware that these statistics hint at deeper, unsettling forces at play. He has yet to find out the truth behind this increase, but this is just the beginning. The man delivers a report revealing that core hunters now make up 10% of all awakeners, surpassing the numbers from Asura's birth year, hinting at a shift that could change everything. But this is just the beginning. The storm rages intensely as lightning splits the sky, hinting at the ominous emergence of the next Asura. But this is just the beginning. The young man lies on the bed, staring blankly at the ceiling, lost in thought as the cold light from the window casts a shadow over the empty room. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. The dark void announces the opening of the main gate to the otherworld and warns the hunter to prepare, while the young man lies awake in bed, sensing the coming upheaval but unaware of what awaits him. He has yet to find out the truth. A mysterious proclamation warns that the main gate to the other world is about to open, hinting at imminent danger and unknown forces about to be unleashed. But this is just the beginning. The young man freezes in shock as an ominous message instructs the hunter to prepare himself, hinting that a dangerous challenge is about to begin. The young man suddenly reacts with alertness, sensing an unexpected presence or sound that disrupts his calm. The young man sits up on the bed, questioning if he actually died and wondering where he is, unaware that this is just the beginning. The young man clutches his head in pain, overwhelmed by a severe headache, but this is just the beginning. A dark, threatening figure declares that the protagonist is worthless now that he has awakened the world's lowest rank, hinting at impending struggles. A cold voice reprimands Zhang Yue for failing to. A tense silence hangs as a hand stretches out in a desperate or commanding gesture against a dark red backdrop, hinting at an imminent and critical moment yet to unfold. Kaoru Hizeki sits on a bed in a dim room, reflecting on his reincarnation into someone with the same name a century later, while realizing the significance of being a monster tamer. But this is just the beginning. The young man stands back to back with a fierce monster, contemplating that raising pets to fight demands immense wealth and power, and that awakening as a monster tamer would bring dire consequences to an ordinary person. But this is just the beginning. The spilled bottle of pills near the foot hints at a failed attempt, while the narration reveals the tragic fate of a young man named Zhang Yue who ended his own life. But this is just the beginning. The young man stands silently before the mirror, confronting a reflection that reveals a hidden vulnerability he has yet to accept. But this is just the beginning. The hand pulls back the hood to reveal a concealed identity. While the speaker claims to have once been the strongest awakener in the Dragon Kingdom, hinting at hidden past power and the unfolding mystery. Kaoru Hizeki looks at his reflection while speaking about having taken over a body and being revived, hinting at a deeper secret he has yet to uncover. Kaoru Hizeki clenches his fist confidently at his reflection, implying he's preparing for a challenge but is still unaware of the deeper truth ahead. He has yet to realize that this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands before a swirling portal of light and energy as a voice warns that the main gate to the other world is about to open and urges the hunter to prepare. The young man then calmly utters a command to open, channeling his power with focused determination, but he has a powerful energy sphere bursts into existence with crackling lightning, hinting at a force beyond comprehension. He has yet to find out the truth. The young man is engulfed by a swirling, electrifying blue portal known as the Spatial Gate, teetering on the edge of an unknown passage that promises more than he expects. But this is just the beginning. The young man channels a powerful electric energy through his hand, revealing a dangerous strength that hints at battles yet to come. The main character steps forward into a charged space filled with crackling energy, unaware that this moment marks the start of a deeper, hidden conflict. The system informs the esteemed hunter Asura that he has been offline for an astonishing 36,552 days, hinting at secrets long buried and a return that could change everything. Kaoru Hizeki stands calmly surrounded by glowing panels displaying his offline rewards and last connection details, unaware that this moment signals the start of a deeper challenge he has yet to uncover. Kaoru Hizeki calmly receives a notification praising him for being the first to defeat a 9th rank monster wave and granting him a mythic rank treasure. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. A glowing orb swirls with intense blue energy, signaling the imminent activation of a powerful permanent buff that drastically increases earning ability power across worlds. But this is just the beginning. The young man stands before a towering, blinding blue energy surge, receiving an unimaginable influx of power points that hint at a dramatic transformation. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this overwhelming gift. The young man reacts with a mix of surprise and excitement, realizing the immense magnitude of the reward for surviving the highest ranked monster wave. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. A glowing message announces the opportunity to reset a class and choose from 7 mythical rank core classes, hinting at a crucial turning point that will redefine the fighter's path and power. He has yet to find out the truth behind this choice. Kaoru Hizeki stands confidently amidst a glowing aura, while a list of deadly classes appears above him, hinting at the dark powers he might command. He does not realize that deeper secrets lie hidden behind these titles, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki reflects on awakening as an epic class warrior 100 years ago, revealing that monster tamers were the strongest core class back then, and he notes that their growth was hindered by the huge amount of ability power needed for leveling up themselves and their pets. But this is just... The main character raises his hand with intent, hinting at a shift in the situation and that this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki reflects on his reincarnation and immense offline ability power while confidently manipulating a glowing energy, signaling that this is just the beginning. The young man notices his rapid power increase, reaching a mythic rank, feeling confident about his initial growth, yet unaware that the true challenges and hidden truths of his new necromancer class are just beginning to unfold. The narrator reveals that ordinary monster tamers cannot improve their pets' intellect, but a necromancer can evolve pets, harvest others, and make them their own, showcasing the rare power of a mythical rank class. Kaoru Hizeki reflects on his past achievements and the advantage of starting anew with a mythical rank class, hinting at greater challenges ahead, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confidently declares his determination to conquer every last world and become the strongest not only in China but across the entire world, unaware that this ambition will soon lead him into unforeseen dangers. The sun sets over the city, casting long shadows that hint at secrets yet to be uncovered. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki steps confidently through a fiery portal to the first world of the other world, unaware that this nightmare realm holds secrets far beyond his instincts, and the safe zone assigned to him is called Doomsday Village, but this is just the beginning. The main character calmly refuses to continue using his old ID and declares he will use a new one instead, while a warning reminds that fighting is forbidden in safe zones. The main character declares his fate to surpass Asura's existence and reveals that only Zero can surpass all else, setting the stage for an epic confrontation in Doomsday Village where nightmares begin to stir. But this is just the beginning. The group discusses the strange resemblance of the other world to the real world and the absence of monsters inside, revealing the area is a safe zone with dangers outside, while a mission notification appears, prompting questions about readiness and calls for forming teams, with Kaoru observing calmly, unaware that this is just A shadowy figure faces a glowing, ominous frame that warns of monsters awakening and an impending calamity, setting the stage for a lone survivor to confront darkness and break the cycle of destruction. But this is just the beginning. The screen displays the first world missions requiring the killing of 1,000 monsters and collecting 10 silver coins before unlocking the boss teleportation tunnel to advance. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki notes that the other world's layout remains unchanged and decides to buy equipment before starting the missions because he senses the need for preparation. He has yet to find out the truth behind what awaits him. A merchant greets customers with a welcoming invitation, hinting at a transaction that may change everything. The equipment shop owner asks what the visitor needs, his confident posture hinting at readiness to deal with any challenge, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki observes the equipment shop's limited offerings while the merchant offers higher grade gear for additional coins, hinting at hidden opportunities and challenges ahead, but this is just the beginning. Coins fall into a sack as the young man requests a 1-star magic staff, signaling the beginning of an important exchange he doesn't yet fully understand. Kaoru Hizeki holds a glowing staff with quiet determination, while the crowd around him watches anxiously, unaware of the hidden power he is about to unleash. But this is just the beginning. Two men discuss how spending all their 100 copper coins on magic gear was unwise, arguing that buying a full set of crude items is better than a single one-star weapon, while a voice reminds to take good care of magic and invites them to come again. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki calmly thanks others for their advice while walking forward with steady steps, but this is just the beginning. The woman questions the young man about whether refining higher star weapons would increase their attack power, hinting at a deeper strategy he has yet to uncover. The young man explains that refining weapons requires rare ability power from difficult monster missions and criticizes anyone who would waste such power on a low-level magic staff, hinting at the reckless decisions of others, but he has yet to find out the truth behind these choices. Two shadowed men discuss a young man's lack of money and experience, predicting he will suffer later on. But this is just the beginning. The guy steps forward while explaining that spending all money on one-star equipment isn't wise for a typical newcomer, but this is just the beginning. The young man explains that ordinary hunters cannot afford to refine one-star equipment due to limited ability power gained from monsters, while he examines a basic magic staff that hints at untapped potential but holds more secrets than it shows. The young man smirks quietly, hinting at confidence and hidden intentions, but this is just the beginning. The young man unleashes a blinding surge of energy from his hand, pushing his limits with a fierce determination that hints this display is only the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki eagerly agrees to refine his weapon after reading the success chance, his intense expression showing determination to continue without stopping. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. A blinding explosion of light erupts with the words refinement and success streaking through the chaos like a relentless force. The moment brims with an ominous power that hints at a truth still hidden from the main character. And this is just the beginning. The sharp green eyes of Kaoru Hizeki widen with intense focus as a message signals success. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this victory. Kaoru Hizeki reads that his equipment has reached the highest tier after hundreds of refinements, hinting at hidden power yet to be unleashed. The main character touches the Scorching Pioneer magic staff, revealing its burning power and the ability to inflict continuous damage on enemies. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this weapon's true potential. Kaoru Hizeki announces that preparations are complete and confidently declares it's time to put on a good show, hinting at an imminent and impactful event. The main character faces a daunting status screen, revealing an unimaginably high ability power, yet zero experience and level, emphasizing his starting point as a weak newcomer forced to rise in a harsh other world. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands defiant, clutching a glowing skull as a menacing skeletal reaper looms behind him, wielding a scythe. The young man's calm expression masking the deadly confrontation about to unfold. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it that will change. The scene reveals the title of the first world, hinting at a dark origin filled with nightmares and setting the stage for an ominous journey ahead. He has yet to find out the truth. A sword stands planted in the ground before a burning forest, signaling the start of a deadly challenge for novice hunters. The dark smoke rising hints at unseen threats, but this is just the beginning. The fighter strikes fiercely at the monstrous wolf with his sword, dealing damage while the beast snarls angrily and the danger intensifies. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous beast bares its sharp teeth with glowing red eyes and an icy aura, showing that its attacks have no effect, but this is just the beginning. The young man panics over the monster's immense health, realizing no damage he deals matters, yet he warns that a single hit from it will be fatal. But this is just the beginning. An intense explosion bursts with blinding light and energy, signaling a pivotal and dangerous moment that could change everything. But this is just the beginning. A fierce beast is engulfed in a blazing attack, suffering a significant blow that signals the start of a relentless battle ahead. The young man looks back in terror as the woman behind him urgently warns him of an unseen danger approaching. But this is just the beginning. A message appears announcing that the burn effect from the scorching pioneer magic staff has been inflicted, hinting at a dangerous and escalating conflict. He has yet to find out the truth behind this attack. The screen announces the defeat of a level 1 mutated giant rat, granting minimal experience but an overwhelming boost of 10,000 ability points, signaling that the real challenge is only just beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands confidently with a glowing weapon, conveying that while ordinary hunters require teamwork to kill a mutated giant rat, he can eliminate one with a single shot, hinting that this is just the beginning of a greater challenge. Kaoru Hizeki watches silently from the shadows as the young man, standing firm with a sword, listens to the woman in green who addresses him with a serious, unspoken warning. He doesn't know that there's something more behind this tense encounter. The young man reacts with disbelief to the insane damage, while a woman speculates about the possibility of the attacker being an experienced hunter, but doubts anyone could have enough ability points to refine a novice magic staff this early in the game, setting the stage for a deeper mystery he has yet to uncover. The young man standing above them casts an imposing shadow, while the group below quietly admits he is undeniably a powerful figure. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki contemplates that killing low-level monsters yields insufficient experience and decides he must hunt stronger foes to maximize his growth. But this is just the beginning. The text reveals the increasing danger of the creatures: poisonous spiders, armored scorpions, frenzied wild boars, culminating in the final boss, a level 10 berserk wild boar king, hinting that the real challenge is yet to come. Kaoru Hizeki contemplates his next move, deciding that hunting the level 3 and above monsters at the abandoned factory is his best option. But he has yet to find out the truth behind what awaits him there. Kaoru Hizeki walks confidently through the misty forest, unaware that an unexpected proposal is about to challenge his solitary path. A man enthusiastically suggests forming a team with heals, tanks, and DPS, while two women assert their roles as healer and support, hinting at alliances and power struggles. Kaoru Hizeki calmly refuses the offer without needing it, and the other person instantly apologizes, sensing the weight of his cold dismissal. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki walks away silently from the group of three people who watch him in tense silence. But this is just the beginning. The young man warns the group that the terrifying aura they felt just now was even more frightening than that of monsters, and the others reluctantly agree. But this is just the beginning. The young man walks toward the abandoned factory as others remark on the extreme danger of the monsters inside and question if he plans to fight them alone, hinting at his audacity and the peril ahead. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous beast opens its jaws wide, ready to unleash a deadly attack. But this is just the beginning. The young man strikes with a powerful glowing weapon, killing a giant mutated rat and earning experience and ability points. His attack then hits a highly poisonous spider, granting him even more rewards, while another deadly spider falls under the same assault, revealing that this relentless fight is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki's expression hardens as he learns he has leveled up, gaining vitality, mana, and free points. But he realizes much more experience is needed to face the next challenge. He has yet to find out the truth behind his growing power. Kaoru Hizeki channels a powerful glowing energy through his weapon aimed at a monstrous creature with red eyes and sharp fangs, ready to strike but unaware that this confrontation is only the beginning. An intense explosion erupts, shaking the scene with raw destructive force, but this is just the beginning. The message informs the young man that he has leveled up to level 3, gaining vitality, mana, and attribute points, but warns that 1000 experience points are still needed for the next advancement. He has yet to find out the truth behind this progression. Kaoru Hizeki walks calmly among the defeated giant spiders, his glowing weapon lighting the desolate battlefield. He senses this victory may hide a deeper danger, but he has yet to find out the truth. A glowing message reveals that the young man has unlocked his first skill slot and acquired the starting skill, Tiny Fireball, signaling the beginning of a new and dangerous path he must master. Kaoru Hizeki contemplates the overwhelming level-up rewards for mythic rank hunters and realizes that even minimal progress grants a huge number of free attribute points, hinting that he has yet to uncover the true extent of his newfound power. Kaoru Hizeki analyzes a glowing screen and explains that the early growth path of a monster tamer parallels that of a mage, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. The main character analyzes his needs to reduce casting time, stabilize damage, and boost agility, while statistics for intelligence, agility, and mental strength rise, hinting at a crucial transformation ahead. Kaoru Hizeki considers the common strategy that hunters with limited ability points avoid upgrading weak starting skills, hinting at potential unseen value in the tiny fireball. He has yet to find out the truth. Kaoru Hizeki examines the weak fireball skill details with a confident smirk, deciding to fully upgrade it despite its low grade, knowing this is just the beginning. The young man invests ability points to upgrade his fireball skill step by step, transforming it from a tiny to a medium fireball with increased damage and a burn effect, then contemplates the potential max damage while a system congratulates him on reaching the highest skill grade for his current class, hinting Kaoru Hizeki studies the first world missions with calm confidence, calculating that reaching level 8 depends on clearing the initial challenges, though he has yet to discover the hidden dangers lurking beyond the tasks. Kaoru Hizeki winces in pain but remains composed, sensing that this discomfort is only the beginning of a deeper trial. Kaoru Hizeki stands before an imposing door in the dark, calling out tentatively to see if anyone is there, unaware that this moment marks the beginning of a deeper, unknown truth. Kaoru Hizeki opens the heavy door deliberately, stepping into the unknown with a calm but alert expression, unaware that what awaits him goes far beyond the threshold. The wounded fighter named Karl clutches his knee in pain, confused and struggling to understand the situation as a heavy silence fills the room. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki coldly contemplates that although player deaths are real, this world mirrors a normal game with its missions, dungeons, and NPCs like the one standing before him. But this is just the beginning. A desperate man pleads for help to kill monsters that killed his family, triggering a quest offer to exterminate the scorpions. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki examines a glowing screen and reasons that NPC mission rewards surpass monster drops, making this task valuable for his magic staff. He has yet to find out the truth behind this advantage. The mission is set to exterminate all armored scorpions, including their leader in the abandoned factory, promising experience, coins, ability points, and rare equipment as a reward. But this is just the beginning. The young man notices a sudden movement and questions if something shifted nearby, sensing a hidden danger. He has yet to find out the truth behind this unexpected sign. Kaoru Hizeki stands silently in the fog-covered ruins, sensing that this eerie stillness is just the calm before a storm. He has yet to find out the truth lurking in the shadows. Kaoru Hizeki notes that there are not only monsters here, but insists that his priority is to complete the mission, hinting at undisclosed dangers ahead, but this is just the beginning. 3 pairs of glowing red eyes pierce through the darkness, hinting at lurking threats beyond the shadows and signaling that danger is just beginning to unfold. Kaoru Hizeki comments on the return of the medium-ranked armored scorpion monsters from the first world, implying a challenge that has not appeared for some time but signals that this is just the beginning. Armored scorpions with solid armor activate their guard skill, reducing the effectiveness of attacks, and the main character stands ready with glowing weapons, challenging them to fight while the tension builds and he has yet to find out the truth behind their strength. The hooded figure with glowing eyes presents the ominous title, hinting at an epic journey of endless battles and hidden power yet to be uncovered. Kaoru Hiseki holds a glowing skull, while a menacing skeletal figure looms behind him with a weapon raised, hinting at a deadly confrontation that is about to unfold. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hiseki charges fiercely towards the monstrous scorpion, engulfed in blazing flames that hint at a power he has yet to fully reveal. But this is just the beginning. The armored warrior unleashes a massive fiery sphere in a powerful attack, signaling the fight has only just begun. The armored scorpion unleashes a fierce charge skill, causing a fiery explosion as it crashes forward. But this is just the beginning. The young man descends from above, striking the ground with a fiery blow that ignites flames around him, unleashing a power that hints at a deadly battle about to unfold. But this is just the beginning. The explosion signals the defeat of a level 5 armored scorpion, awarding the main character a surge of experience and a massive influx of ability points. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hiseki launches a powerful attack with a staff while noting that the Ultra Fireball, despite its strength, rapidly drains mana, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hiseki attacks a giant armored scorpion with a fiery strike while explaining that the creatures become vulnerable when their numbers fall below a certain threshold. But he has yet to find out the truth behind their strange defense. A menacing creature with glowing red eyes is revealed as the so-called king, and the darkness surrounding it hints at a threat yet to be fully unleashed. A menacing presence emerges with glowing red eyes piercing through the darkness, signaling a threat that hints at a deeper, more dangerous force yet to be revealed. A monstrous figure with glowing red eyes emerges amid shattered rocks and declares its arrival, signaling a looming threat nobody can ignore. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hiseki clenches his fist and resolves to kill the enemy before his mana is completely drained, then launches a massive fiery attack called Ultra Fireball, engulfing the area in explosive flames. But this is just the beginning. The monstrous creature recoils as a powerful, fiery strike slashes through the air, signaling the start of a fierce battle. He has yet to find out the truth about the force opposing him. The young man recognizes the weapon's relentless strength and toughness, realizing the challenge ahead is far from over. Kaoru Hiseki swiftly dodges a powerful strike from above, his focus sharp as the danger looms closer. But this is just the beginning. The impact strikes the ground fiercely, sending debris flying as the force of the blow shakes the scene. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hiseki summons a blazing fiery weapon with a confident smirk, challenging his opponent to face his overwhelming power. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hiseki unleashes a fierce fiery strike, setting the dark-armored enemy ablaze as it is forcefully slammed to the ground. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hiseki acknowledges that luck favors him as he admits to exhausting his mana, but still managing to paralyze the towering monster, hinting that this victory might only be temporary and greater challenges await. Kaoru Hiseki stands over a defeated foe with a flaming weapon in hand, thinking that he only needs to finish the job to complete his mission. But he has yet to find out the truth lurking beyond this moment. A man with a knife lunges aggressively toward Kaoru Hiseki, who remains calm and unreadable despite the sudden attack. This is just the beginning. The young man and his ally watch as a confident fighter declares he will kill the Scorpion King and claims they will complete the mission, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hiseki stands poised with a weapon as a surprised opponent lunges at him with a sword, unaware of the calm danger he faces. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hiseki declares that his opponents have finally revealed themselves, his cold smirk hinting at a dangerous confrontation to come. The man reacts with shock and fear, realizing the other party knew their presence from the very beginning. But this is just the beginning. The main character stands turning away as golden energy radiates around him, while sinister red eyes gleam in the darkness above a group of aggressive hunters who rely on violence and theft, revealing the brutal truth behind some paths to power. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki coldly tells his opponent that they have chosen the wrong target, implying his unbroken streak against every enemy he has faced. But this is just the beginning. The guy unleashes a powerful fiery strike while an intimidating glowing figure reminds him that someone was thousands of times stronger, hinting that the battle is far from over and the true challenge awaits. The man trembles in disbelief and confusion, unable to comprehend what has just happened, not realizing that this shock is only the beginning. A deafening explosion erupts, throwing the figure into the air with a scream of agony. But this is just the beginning. The terrified man in the foreground realizes the danger too late as Kaoru Hizeki calmly approaches amidst the fiery ruins. But this is just the beginning. The armed fighter doubts how Kaoru still uses skills without mana, while Kaoru coldly reveals he feigned weakness to lure his opponents out. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki smirks confidently as he realizes he activated a powerful necromancer skill and considers absorbing a defeated armored Scorpion King as his pet, unaware that this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki commands the energy in his hand to absorb, initiating a dangerous power with a cold determination to control what no one else dares. But this is just the beginning. The young man steps forward deliberately, the faint glow of embers dancing around his boots, hinting at an unseen fire nearby. But this is just the beginning. The warrior stands firm, dark, ominous energy swirling at his feet, signaling a power he barely controls but that promises inevitable conflict. He has yet to find out the truth behind this awakening. The young man stares up in horror as dark tendrils envelop him, revealing a sudden and terrifying threat lurking just beyond his control. Kaoru Hizeki receives a notification about obtaining a normal rank pet called Armored Scorpion King, his eyes glowing red as dark energy swirls around him. A massive armored scorpion with glowing red eyes emerges, and a nearby man prepares to confront this new threat. But Kaoru remains composed. Kaoru Hizeki explains that monster tamers' pets rely on their owner's experience points to level up, revealing that the Necromancer class reduces the experience needed for his armored Scorpion King by 50%. But he notes the exponential growth of required points makes it nearly impossible for ordinary people. The young man confidently boasts about having the most experience points, while the armored creature responds with affection, unaware that this is just the beginning of a deeper challenge. The formidable armored scorpion reveals its upgraded passive skill that reduces incoming damage by 30%, signaling a rise in its power that he has yet to fully comprehend. The man panics and admits it is impossible for a normal monster tamer to be as strong as the other, revealing his shock and disbelief at the young man's power. But this is just the beginning. The guy calmly confronts a monstrous creature, deducing that assassins use invisibility to target lone players and revealing he knows about their planned ambush to claim the Scorpion King. But this is just the beginning. The man realizes they have provoked a dangerous opponent and feels the urgent need to escape. The young man challenges his opponent to show his true strength, his confident smirk hinting at an unseen plan. A sudden powerful force rushes through the scene, signaling the onset of an intense confrontation that promises far greater challenges ahead. He has yet to find out the truth. The young man bursts forward with a fierce shout, his speed blurring everything around him as he charges into the unknown. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands calmly as a monstrous creature threatens a kneeling man begging for mercy. Then the young man warns that in a world where the strong prey on the weak, one must also be ready to become the prey. But this is just the beginning. The young man's wide, terrified eye reveals a sudden and overwhelming shock, hinting that the true danger has only just begun. The young man cheerfully thanks someone for helping him take revenge and declares them a good buddy from now on. But this is just the beginning. The completed mission rewards Kaoru Hizeki with experience, silver coins, an overwhelmingly large number of ability points, and powerful equipment, hinting that his true potential is just beginning to unfold. Kaoru Hizeki acknowledges his level up with increased vitality and mana, then calmly decides to inspect the new equipment, unaware that this moment is just the beginning of a deeper challenge. A magical necklace, rumored to grant immense power and armor boots offering balanced defense, are displayed, hinting at essential gear for all classes, but their true potential remains veiled, and he has yet to find out the truth behind these items. The young man reveals that he has acquired equipment to enhance his mana and commands to refine it to the max, while system messages confirm he has received powerful golden attribute gear after maximum refinements. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki holds a glowing object with a confident smirk, expressing his belief that with these two pieces of equipment, he and the armored Scorpion King will reach level 5 faster. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stares intently at the glowing surface before him, sensing that there is more waiting to be revealed beyond the light. Kaoru Hizeki reads the urgent announcement about a newly appeared hidden dungeon open for 1 hour near the Doomsday Village and the promise of a generous reward for the first to clear it, hinting at a dangerous challenge ahead. But this is just the beginning. The young man reacts with shock upon hearing about a level 5 hidden dungeon, while the surrounding group shares his surprise and tension, sensing the gravity but unaware of the deeper secrets yet to unfold. The young man contemplates that the first clear reward is within reach with his current strength, unaware that this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki clenches his fist confidently while declaring that the goal is within his reach, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. The screen reveals detailed stats of the armored Scorpion King, a defense-type monster bound to its Master Zero, emphasizing its high loyalty and warnings about the consequences of its death, hinting at the high stakes in the battles to come. The main character has yet to discover the deeper significance behind this. Kaoru Hizeki faces a looming skeletal enemy while gripping a glowing skull and wielding a fiery scythe, unaware that this battle is only the beginning. The young man invites others to join him in exploring a dungeon, promising that the first clear prize is extremely valuable, hinting at great rewards and hidden dangers ahead. But he doesn't yet realize what truly awaits inside. The young man warns his companions that entering a level 5 dungeon is near suicidal, implying the need to cooperate for survival and shared gain. But he has yet to find out the truth about the real dangers ahead. Kaoru Hizeki observes the tense atmosphere as others whisper about many people wanting to challenge the dungeon, hinting at the rising danger ahead. Kaoru Hizeki is pushed aside as someone aggressively demands to get out of the way, hinting at an imminent clash, but he remains composed and alert. A man urgently calls out to the radiant figure in golden armor who walks confidently with a woman holding his arm and a dark-clad man behind them. But this is just the beginning. The young man is told that the extravagant entrance belongs to Liu Yao, son of the wealthiest person in Linhai City, whose family controls the 3 biggest pharmacies and holds billions in net worth. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this prestige. A group of men discuss how young Master Liu flaunts his wealth by equipping even his underlings with expensive 1-star gear, revealing arrogance and a potential costly mistake that the main character has yet to uncover. The young man notices Kaoru Hizeki approaching calmly, and the woman immediately reacts with surprise as she senses something unexpected coming. But this is just the beginning. The guy realizes that the woman is the original body's ex-girlfriend and questions her name, sensing the tangled past that could complicate what lies ahead. A woman taunts the young man about his low status and doubts his ability to fight in the dungeon, hinting at a tension that suggests he has yet to prove himself. Kaoru Hizeki challenges the unheard opponent, questioning the reason behind their objection. But this is just the beginning. The woman questions why Zhang Yue is not begging for another chance, expressing disbelief that he is not acting like a desperate admirer. But this is just the beginning. The woman tells the man that only someone like their brother Yao is qualified to clear unique dungeons and implies others should stop daydreaming. The man responds by gently touching her head and reflects that being dumped feels bad, but accepting the past is healthier, hinting at deeper emotional tension. But this is. Kaoru Hizeki dismisses the girl as worthless and suggests taking her if anyone is interested, while he hints that someone else is the one harboring naive hopes about the unique dungeon. But this is just the beginning. The woman angrily accuses Zhang Yue of spouting nonsense and calls brother Yao to help teach him a lesson, sparking a tense confrontation. Kaoru Hizeki coldly warns his opponent to value their life more, hinting at a deadly threat that has yet to unfold. The young woman speaks defiantly to brother Yao, claiming she knows everything about the man and dismisses him as worthless. But this is just the beginning. The figure stands shrouded in an intense blue aura, his presence deliberately obscured to conceal his true strength and status. But this is just the beginning. The main character raises his hand steadily, hinting at a silent but crucial moment about to unfold. He has yet to find out the truth behind this gesture. The armored man dismisses his opponents with a confident smirk, stating he is too eager to enter the dungeon to waste time on them, sparing their lives only for now. But this is just the beginning. The leader rallies his group, urging them to enter the dungeon with their resurrection scrolls and strive to be the first to clear it. But this is just the beginning. The group of warriors rallies with fierce determination, one of them shouting a battle cry that ignites their readiness to face the unknown threat. But the main character observes silently, knowing that this is just the beginning. The young man, his expression calm and confident, looks down at the mysterious woman who meets his gaze with a subtle, unreadable smile, hinting at secrets neither is willing to reveal. But this is just the beginning. The man with wild hair tells his companion to admit defeat, saying that poor losers like them can't beat those born with silver spoons. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki hears a fiery voice urging him to stop seeing himself as a loser and start thinking about becoming stronger, while he calmly questions the connection between the past owner's weakness and his own fate, not knowing that this is just the beginning. A muscular man mocks the main character for bluffing and reveals to the bystanders that everyone possesses a valuable resurrection scroll worth $3,000 each, sparking a dangerous tension that suggests much more is at stake. But this is just the beginning. The narration reveals restrictions on using scrolls and hints at a powerful guild's impending victory while warning about a dangerous boss monster within the dungeon. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki reveals that victory is only assured if he and the armored scorpion both reach level 5 with max level skills and proper equipment, hinting at the high stakes and challenges ahead. The young man glances back cautiously as shadowy figures approach in the distance, the quiet before the storm thick with unspoken threats. He has yet to find out the truth that lies behind this uneasy encounter. A warrior leads a group emerging from a blazing portal, their appearance signaling the calm before an unseen storm that is about to unfold. And this is just the beginning. The woman accuses her brother Yao of not taking revenge after she was humiliated, while he looks down calmly, hiding his true thoughts. The young man warns that the recent losses exceed the gains, fearing his actions could be twisted to defame his family and guild, but this is just the beginning of a deeper conflict. The man in golden armor assures the woman that he will make the useless monster tamer kneel and apologize, and the woman expresses gratitude, saying that brother Yao always treats her best, but this is just the beginning. A massive explosion erupts with intense force, sending shockwaves and debris flying, signaling a sudden and dangerous turn of events. He has yet to find out the truth behind this fiery chaos. The main character unleashes a powerful fiery attack on a monstrous enemy, revealing that normal monster tamers' pets require the same experience points as their master to level up. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind it, as both he and his pet achieved level 5 simultaneously, hinting Kaoru Hizeki contemplates the strategic advantage of reduced experience points for his necromancer pet, quietly calculating how to level up the armored scorpion swiftly while flames blaze around him. But this is just the beginning. An explosion erupts fiercely, signaling the dangerous stakes and hinting that this is just the beginning. The young man and his companions whisper anxiously about the fighter's unexpected strength as they realize his true power after witnessing him kill a level 5 scorpion in one shot, and one admits to misjudging and mocking him prematurely. But this is just the beginning. The fighter firmly plants his foot on the ground, signaling the start of a decisive move. But this is just the beginning. The young man faces three women who each try to win his favor by asking for friendship, support, and loyalty. But he remains silent as tension builds, revealing that this is just the beginning. The young man rejects the situation with a firm refusal, while the three women react with uneasy amusement and shock. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki listens intently to the urgent announcement that the level 5 dungeon in Doomsday Village will close in 10 minutes, sensing the looming danger and the critical moment approaching. He has yet to find out the truth behind what awaits inside. Kaoru Hizeki calmly declares his plan to enhance the defense of the armored scorpion as a shield while he deals damage from behind, unaware that this strategy may hide unforeseen dangers. But this is just the beginning. The armored scorpion unleashes a powerful roar, its defensive nature and loyalty to its master hinting at a fierce protector ready to shield from harm. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki contemplates using equipment to speed up mana recovery for casting fireballs and improving his monster-killing efficiency, unaware that this plan might lead to unforeseen consequences. The young man confidently steps toward a swirling portal of blue energy, asserting that 10 minutes will suffice, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. A blazing explosion erupts, illuminating the darkening sky and signaling a powerful attack unleashed in battle. But this is just the beginning. The fighter expresses frustration over nearly defeating the boss scorpion, while another warns that facing such a powerful level 7 monster, they were merely feeding the enemy as low-level hunters. But this is just the beginning. The girl warns that the monsters in the dungeon are too strong and urges to focus on survival, while the young man agrees and suggests using the resurrection scroll to escape before the monsters catch up, or they will surely die. The young woman suddenly notices something alarming, her eyes wide with shock and a bead of sweat betraying her calm facade. But this is just the beginning. The warriors look up in shock and fear as a mysterious figure descends, and the younger man gasps in disbelief, realizing the newcomer's identity but unaware of the deeper truth behind this encounter. And the main character stands firm, radiating power with a glowing weapon, signaling that this confrontation is far. The fighter warns about the danger of challenging a level 5 dungeon alone, questioning if the young man fears death, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki smirks confidently as a mysterious glow surrounds him, hinting that he has yet to uncover the deeper truth behind his power. But this is just the beginning. The angry man threatens to teach a lesson, while the woman warns Brother Yao to calm down because the enemy cannot afford a resurrection scroll, and another wants the president to prioritize escaping before the monsters catch up. But this is just the beginning. The man standing atop the rock taunts his unseen enemy that dying in the dungeon would save him the trouble of being personally killed, while a powerful blue energy erupts from the ancient ruins below, signaling that this confrontation is far from over. The screen announces a dangerous level 5 dungeon called the Apocalyptic City and reveals the mission to kill the boss monster, an armored scorpion leader of level 7 physical type. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki observes the empty space with a calm but cold expression, thinking it's a relief that the noisy group has left, unaware that this quiet is only temporary. The ground cracks violently as a powerful force disrupts the silence, signaling that this is just the beginning. The young man stands firm as a colossal armored scorpion emerges from the explosion, signaling the arrival of a fierce challenge that he has yet to fully grasp. A vivid display reveals the boss monster's formidable stats and skills, hinting at the grueling battle ahead. While its glowing red eyes and fear, Kaoru Haizeki notes that the scorpion leader's health is much greater than its minions and commands an attack, knowing the real challenge is just beginning. Two colossal armored beasts clash with explosive force, the impact shaking the ground and marking a critical wound. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Haizeki unleashes a powerful fire attack on the armored scorpion, confident that its skills and equipment make even a level 7 boss monster vulnerable, but he has yet to find out the truth behind the real cost of this victory. Kaoru Haizeki faces the towering fiery monster, ready to strike, but he has yet to find out the truth behind this behemoth's power. Kaoru Haizeki strikes down a monstrous enemy with his spear, shattering its massive armored claw, but he has yet to find out the truth behind this fierce battle. Kaoru Haizeki unleashes a powerful fiery attack with focused intensity and glowing eyes, unaware that this is just the beginning of a much greater challenge. The fighter unleashes a devastating sextuple shot, overwhelming his enemy with a barrage of fiery energy. But this is just the beginning. The monstrous creature bleeds from a severe head injury, its fierce roar signaling pain and defiance. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Haizeki descends from above wielding a weapon, launching a fierce attack on a monstrous enemy whose claw slashes through the air with deadly force, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. A fearsome beast lets out a guttural roar, its battered armor hinting at a fierce battle just begun. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Haizeki stands triumphantly on the enormous, defeated armored beast, unaware that the true threat is yet to reveal itself. Kaoru Haizeki stands firm amid a storm, with glowing eyes and a confident grip on his weapon, silently judging his opponent's weakness while the sky roars behind him. But this is just the beginning. A mysterious message announces the main character's completion of a dangerous level 5 dungeon called the Apocalyptic City and the acquisition of a rare black iron dungeon scroll. But this is just the beginning. The young man hears the announcement that the dungeon has been cleared and receives a rare reward, feeling the weight of victory but unaware of the greater challenges that lie ahead. He has yet to find out the truth behind this success. Two men express shock and amazement about Zero's ability to single-handedly clear a level 5 dungeon, hinting at an unexpected power that sets the stage for greater revelations. The woman, shocked and incredulous, questions how anyone could have defeated a boss-level guardian monster in a level 5 dungeon when most are only level 1 to 3, stirring doubt and curiosity about hidden powers or events yet to unfold. The woman suspects the announcement that appeared right after a certain man entered might be from her ex-boyfriend, hinting at a deeper connection and brewing tension. The girl, bruised but defiant, argues that it's impossible for someone without a pet or visible ID to defeat a level 7 monster alone, hinting at a hidden truth behind the feat. The figure admits with restrained doubt that someone else must be responsible, hinting at a shadowy truth still hidden from view. An impact crashes forcefully onto the ground, while a voice acknowledges that whoever killed the Scorpion leader must be extraordinary, but this is just the beginning. A cloak leader commands his soldiers to find the person with ID 0 and bring him to the Supreme Guild at all costs, and the gathered men respond with readiness, unaware of the deeper game unfolding behind this order. The text introduces the armored Scorpion leader as a level 7 defensive boss monster with high physical attack and vitality, revealing it is tough externally but soft inside, favoring dark, damp places and disliking heat and bright light, and the cute depiction with hearts hints at an unexpected gentle side. Kaoru Haizeki holds a glowing skull while standing ready with a flaming weapon as a menacing skeletal figure looms behind him, signaling a battle where the stakes are deadly and the truth is yet to be revealed. Kaoru Hizeki considers the significant difference in item drop rates from boss monsters compared to normal ones, noting the importance of a particular scroll as the key item. He realizes that an upgradable dungeon scroll can be worth far more than a few $1,000s and senses that this opportunity holds deeper implications yet. Ability points are consumed to upgrade the dungeon scroll step by step from iron to bronze and then from bronze to silver, hinting that the young man has yet to unlock the full potential of his powers. An intense energy crackles around the glowing blue core as a powerful strike descends, signaling a critical moment filled with impending danger. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki analyzes the glowing scroll and explains that its rarity would make it worth hundreds of thousands on the market to ordinary hunters, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki clenches his fist with glowing eyes, declaring his mission to clear the other world, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki receives a challenger-grade bounty mission to rescue a survivor, expressing skepticism about the seemingly simple escort task despite its high difficulty, unaware that the true challenge lies ahead. The screen reveals a deadly bounty mission to rescue Ai Lin from the nightmare-filled First World, warning that failure within 12 hours will mean permanent loss and hinting that this is just the beginning of a terrifying ordeal. Kaoru Hizeki notes that the map is for level 10 while he, himself, is only level 5, hinting at the challenges ahead and the trials he has yet to face. Kaoru Hizeki studies the stats of frenzied wild boars, noting their dangerous strength and group behavior, while he warns about the difficulty of facing them. But this is just the beginning. The night forest scene sets a calm yet mysterious atmosphere as the character decides to put other matters aside until finding Ai Lin. But this is just the beginning. A frightened girl desperately flees as a fierce beast with glowing eyes charges after her, her cries begging it to stop echoing through the dark forest. But this is just the beginning. A massive explosion erupts with unstoppable force, hinting at the dangerous consequences yet to unfold. Kaoru Hizeki confirms he has come to save the girl who calls him Big Brother. Their surroundings still burning from a fierce battle, but the danger far from over. He has yet to find out the truth as a mission update reveals Ai Lin, the survivor, has been located with only 10 hours. A monstrous beast roars fiercely, unleashing a terrifying power that hints at the battle to come. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki contemplates the strange reaction of wild boars linked to his mission and the moment he found Ai Lin, sensing a hidden connection that he has yet to uncover. A monstrous boar with glowing red eyes and tusks crashes down with fierce power, signaling that danger is just beginning. The young man hurls a blazing fireball at a ferocious creature, protecting the girl who instinctively shields her face from the attack's fierce glow. But this is just the beginning. A boar-like creature is engulfed in flames, showing heavy damage and burn effects, signaling the fierce impact of a powerful attack. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki protects Ayame Kusane in the middle of a fiery assault by monstrous creatures, the desperate struggle hinting that this is just the beginning of a far more dangerous battle. The young man notes the enemy's toughness and fears, failing the mission if Ai Lin dies, then commands an armored scorpion to protect him, summoning a powerful guardian as danger looms closer. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous armored beast collides fiercely with fiery wolves, their explosive clash shaking the ground with unstoppable force. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki unleashes a powerful fiery attack with intense focus, the flames blazing around him in an overwhelming display of strength and determination. But this is just the beginning. A fiery blast hits the frenzied wild boars, overwhelming them with force, while a message reveals a shocking reward of experience and an enormous surge in ability points. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki strikes fiercely at the tiny enemies, hearing encouragement that his efforts are working and that he just needs to fend off a few more to level up. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this battle. Explosions erupt as notifications declare the main character has defeated a level 10 frenzied wild boar, gaining a mysterious and massive amount of experience and ability points beyond expectation. But he has yet to find out the truth behind these sudden rewards. The young man admits he lacks enough mana to fend off the relentless wave of wild boars, while the girl anxiously asks if he is alright. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confidently assures that he will definitely bring someone back, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki fiercely blocks the attack of a monstrous beast with a staff, while an unseen figure behind him reacts with distress, signaling that the danger has only just begun. Kaoru Hizeki unleashes a massive fireball attack against a monstrous opponent, the explosive energy illuminating the battlefield and signaling that this is just the beginning of a fierce confrontation. A fiery explosion erupts around the silhouette of a bull, hinting at a fierce battle just unleashed and the danger yet to come. Kaoru Hizeki assesses his weakened condition after a fierce battle with a wild boar and an armored scorpion, admitting the mission is more difficult than expected but determined to endure, though he doesn't know that the true challenge lies ahead. A small defeated monster lies on the ground with a low health bar. Then Kaoru Hizeki notices he has leveled up twice at once and decides to upgrade his attack power first in response to the emergency. But this is just the beginning. The main character discovers his stats as a level 7 necromancer with overwhelming ability points but no money or free attribute points, realizing he is labeled a weak novice who must strive harder to survive in the other world, but he doesn't know there's something more behind this facade. The hands reveal a glowing ring as the character explains that it is an addition to the equipment obtained from farming the scorpions earlier, but this is just the beginning. The main character discovers a powerful golden ring that significantly boosts attack power by piercing through enemy defenses, hinting at a hidden strength he is about to unleash. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki summons a blazing fireball with fierce determination, unleashing a power that hints at a conflict far greater than what meets the eye, but this is just the beginning. An explosive blast erupts as the warrior defeats a level 10 frenzied wild boar, gaining a surge of experience and an overwhelming number of ability points. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind this sudden power boost. The young man boasts about his newfound power to kill a wild boar with just 2 fireballs, marking a dramatic improvement from before, but he doesn't realize this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki strikes fiercely with his spear, breaking a powerful fiery attack, and the system notifies him of defeating a level 1 enemy while awarding him experience and ability points. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this battle. The hoot of an owl pierces the dark forest, setting an eerie tone that hints at unseen dangers lurking just beyond the trees. But this is just the beginning. The young man looks down at the girl with a mix of relief and determination as she explains that they've escaped the wild boars, and he must now ensure her safe arrival at Doomsday Village to complete their mission. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki reacts with surprise when a warrior in golden armor questions how he survived the dungeon. But this is just the beginning. The warrior and a woman in a revealing dress, both supreme ranked, appear confident and hint at a deeper power struggle just beneath the surface. Kaoru Hizeki dismisses his opponents arrogantly, declaring he has no time to waste on them. A confident woman demands that Brother Yao, a level 5 elite fully equipped with gold gear, teach a lesson to a newcomer, warning that his luck has run out and his useless life will end now. Kaoru Hizeki challenges his opponent to kill him, daring them to take the chance he is offering, unaware that this confrontation is only the beginning. A warrior raises his sword to strike while challenging Kaoru Hizeki's words against him, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki is struck violently by a powerful fiery attack that sends sparks flying, but this is just the beginning. The man clenches his teeth in shock and disbelief as he questions the impossibility of what he sees. But this is just the beginning. The woman urgently reports that Brother Yao failed to harm their opponent despite being only an unarmed beast tamer, revealing the unexpected strength of the enemy. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hezeki, surrounded by blazing flames, challenges his opponent with a confident and slightly provocative question, hinting that the real confrontation has only just begun. The screen reveals Kaoru Hizeki's stats as a level 7 mythic necromancer with enormous ability points but no experience or money, warning him that despite his potential, he's just a noob who must work harder to survive in the other world. Though he doesn't yet realize, the wild boar charges fiercely at the rock, shattering it with brute force. Meanwhile, a tactical text reveals a dangerous buff that reduces defense but greatly increases attack power for a limited time, hinting that unleashing such strength comes with a risky cost and the battle is only beginning. The hooded figure watches intently, suggesting a looming menace, while the main character stands ready for battle, unaware of the true scale of the conflict ahead. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki clutches a skull, while a monstrous cloaked figure looms behind him, wielding a large scythe. The fiery and icy energies swirling around, hinting at a fierce battle about to erupt. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confidently raises his weapon amid swirling flames, confronting a man who desperately warns about his powerful status and wealth. But the young man ignores the plea and launches a fierce fireball attack, setting the scene for a dangerous showdown that is far from over. The warrior rises amid a blazing explosion, his fiery cloak swirling as he prepares to unleash a devastating power. But this is just the beginning. The fallen warrior curses his defeat caused by a single shot, his voice filled with shock and frustration. But this is just the beginning. Armor pieces fall apart, engulfed in flames on the ground, signaling the end of a fierce confrontation. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki reads a glowing notice about a hunter's disgrace and silently calls him an idiot, hinting at dangers and consequences yet to unfold. A dark figure launches a surprise attack on a white-named hunter, whose shocked reaction shows his name turning grey, while the narration explains that this act temporarily changes the attacker's name color and allows the victim to retaliate without penalty. But this is just the beginning. A shadowy figure with glowing red eyes confidently brandishes a knife, while another fearful character with a bandaged head sweats nervously, and a warning appears that failure to retaliate will mark the assailant with a red name and a deadly curse. He has yet to find out the truth. The main character contemplates the harsh rule of the underworld, where assailants cannot escape the other world even in a safe zone unless they kill enough monsters to erase their evil value, and he has yet to find out the truth behind this deadly law. The young man moves forward through scattered, glowing armor fragments as the voice explains the deadly cost of dying for hunters, hinting that he has yet to discover the full danger ahead. The woman is stunned and questions when the fighter gains such immense power to kill Liu Yao in one shot. But this is just the beginning. The woman, trembling and terrified, asks the young man what he intends to do, while he calmly explains the strict limit on using the resurrection scroll twice within 7 days. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki warns that using another escape will prevent future use. A shocked woman reacts, while another waits silently. Later, the young man remains stoic as two girls follow him, one smiling calmly and the other nervously sweating. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki analyzes the situation and realizes Lin Yue didn't attack, deciding not to waste time on insignificant targets as it would affect his mission. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this pause. A furious girl with the shining amulet clenches her teeth and vows revenge as a man and a woman walk away beneath the moonlit trees. But this is just the beginning. Sunlight filters through the trees over a quiet village scene. But this peaceful moment is just the beginning of a much darker tale. The survivor bows deeply, expressing gratitude to her brother before leaving, while the young man receives notifications of his completed bounty mission, newly acquired equipment, a rare skill book, a pet egg, and his level up progress. But he is unaware that this victory is just the beginning. The guy channels a powerful surge of blue energy through his hand, igniting a spark that hints at a force yet to be fully unleashed. Kaoru Hizeki grips an ice magic staff radiating intense blue energy, revealing its powerful freezing attribute and hinting at a fierce battle yet to unfold. Kaoru Hizeki activates a glowing interface with a confident smirk, indicating a process has started. The screen displays the word refining, hinting that he is about to enhance or improve something important. But this is just the beginning. The system announces the maximum refinement reached and rewards the Frost Shatterer's scepter with golden attribute equipment, unveiling a powerful new weapon glowing with icy energy. But this is just the beginning. The young man explains that the higher the equipment grade, the more ability points are required for refinement, and notes that the amount is not a problem for him, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki recalls that among the rewards was a pet egg, hinting at unexpected developments to come. Kaoru Hizeki examines a pet egg with cold detachment, dismissing it as ordinary while revealing he has collected several similar eggs from farming monsters. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki calmly declares he will use them all as fodder for the armored scorpion, hinting at a deadly strategy unfolding, but he has yet to find out the truth behind this power. The glowing panels reveal that the armored scorpion pet has consumed a frenzied wild boar, raising its evolution value incrementally, hinting that this transformation is just the beginning. A glowing message announces that the pet armored scorpion has evolved from normal grade to elite grade, hinting at unforeseen power yet to be unveiled. The armored Scorpion King emerges with a defensive aura, its loyalty and powerful guard skills promising unwavering protection, but the sudden roar hints that their bond faces a critical test. And this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki evaluates his powerful new magic staff and silver armored scorpion summon and reckons with growing confidence that, combined with previous golden equipment, he can now challenge the final boss of the first world, but he has yet to find out the truth behind this power. A bright, crackling energy surrounds the scene as the character explains the need to return and restock essential materials before proceeding further. But this is just the beginning. The young man strides confidently toward a blinding portal radiating powerful blue energy, unaware that this moment will change everything, and he has yet to find out the truth behind the light. A quiet city night sets an eerie atmosphere, the glowing window hinting at unseen secrets lurking within. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki stands amid crackling blue lightning with a spear in hand, his calm yet resolute demeanor hinting that the true battle has only just begun. The phone rings sharply, breaking the silence and signaling an urgent call that could change everything. He has yet to find out the truth behind this unexpected connection. Kaoru Hizeki listens to a threatening reminder about his younger brother's unpaid medical fees and the risk of halted treatment, but he remains calm and collected, hiding the storm beneath. He has yet to find out the truth. Kaoru Hizeki calmly considers selling golden equipment to earn millions and decides to help the original owner of the body save his brother as a form of repayment. But this is just the beginning. A warning flashes fiercely before the young man's eyes, revealing the equipment is bound and cannot be traded or dropped, hinting at a deeper complication he has yet to discover. The young man notices the harsh consequence of the 10,000-fold increase buff and realizes aloud that the otherworld system is flawlessly designed without any loopholes. But this is just the beginning. The main character contemplates his limited funds and the inability to trade his equipment, realizing he must find a new way to earn money. But this is just the beginning. The young man intensely studies the messages on his phone, sensing that the information he is uncovering is only the tip of a much deeper mystery. The young man contemplates that the hourly pay for normal boosting services is too low, while noticing posts about expensive trading and requests for powerful players to help novices. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki's eyes widen in shock as he identifies something crucial. Unaware that this revelation is only the beginning of a deeper truth. Kaoru Hizeki sits silently, speaking on the phone with a calm but serious tone as he contemplates the weight of the conversation, unaware that this call will pull him deeper into a hidden conflict. Kaoru Hizeki contemplates the deadly bounty with a restrained smirk, intrigued by its implications but unaware that he is only scratching the surface of the greater dangers ahead. He then observes his own status, revealing immense ability points, yet a warning of his rookie weakness, hinting at the tough journey to. The young man clutches a glowing skull, while a looming skeletal figure in a dark cloak raises a scythe, signaling a deadly confrontation where he senses the true danger is yet to come. Ayame Kusane sits alone in the dim room, illuminated only by cold blue light from multiple screens, her calm posture concealing the complex plans she's about to unfold. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki calmly inquires on the phone about the detailed conditions tied to the $300,000 bounty for the boosting mission seen on the forum, sensing that this call might unravel something more than just a simple job. But this is just the beginning. The girl explains to the young man that he must first assist a new hunter from the current batch, then help the designated person clear the first world. But this is just the beginning. The guy negotiates payment over the phone, agreeing to the task with a slight smirk while offering a higher reward upon completion. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Ayame Kusane calmly asks when they will begin, and the voice informs that she will meet Kaoru Hizeki at the respawn point in the Doomsday Village in 10 minutes, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confidently states that he will earn $400,000 by carrying someone through the first world he planned to clear anyway, emphasizing the deal's guaranteed profit and lack of risks while others watch him intently. He has yet to find out the truth behind this seemingly perfect arrangement. Ayame Kusane calmly confronts a group, questioning if they are the ones who hired a booster. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki listens silently as the hooded figure acknowledges him with a subtle nod, but he has yet to find out the truth behind this unexpected encounter. The men gossip about the infamous mage and her companion, mocking the latter's refusal to accept a dangerous task, while one remarks on how people nowadays risk their lives just for money. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane pulls her hood over her face, concealing her calm and mysterious expression, while Kaoru Hizeki watches her with a cautious gaze, feeling the weight of unspoken tension between them. He has yet to find out the truth behind her actions. Ayame Kusane proposes forming a party and offers to help complete the world's missions first, while Kaoru Hizeki considers the invitation with quiet calculation, unaware that this alliance will shape what comes next. The two figures discuss the prerequisite missions to clear the first world, reminding that killing 1,000 monsters and earning 10 coins are necessary. And the young man affirms his knowledge. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki explains to Ayame Kusane that hunters cannot harm monsters 5 levels above them, and that weakening such a monster without killing it is useless. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki declares he will help level up through missions while summoning a powerful glowing weapon. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous creature is struck by a powerful ultra fireball attack, sustaining significant damage. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki calmly explains that the spell's damage is lower than the fireball, but useful as a crowd control skill when used supportively, hinting that he is analyzing his abilities with careful consideration. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands confident before a glowing trapped scorpion, questioning why the girl urges him to finish it off while she shows surprise at his hesitation. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane agrees reluctantly while summoning mysterious purple flames, hinting at the danger she is about to unleash. He has yet to find out the truth behind her hidden powers. An intense explosion of radiant energy erupts, shattering the calm with a force that hints at consequences yet to unravel and a deeper truth hidden within the chaos. Ayame Kusane is shocked to realize she has leveled up 3 times at once, hinting at an unexpected surge in power but with unknown consequences ahead. The young man urgently warns Ayame Kusane to watch out as a monstrous creature lunges with a fierce roar. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki is slammed to the ground by a massive clawed creature's powerful strike, threatening to crush him in a terrifying clash that marks only the beginning of a deadly battle. Kaoru Hizeki summons a massive fiery attack with his staff, unleashing an overwhelming force that shakes the ground and hints at a battle where power means everything. But this is just the beginning. A massive explosion erupts, signaling a dangerous turning point that promises consequences yet to be revealed. This is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki narrows his eyes with a cold, calculating gaze while Ayame Kusane, partially concealed by her hood, reaches out cautiously as if warning him of an impending danger he doesn't yet fully grasp. But this is just the beginning. Ayame's gaze sharpens as she focuses on the shadowy figure within her eye, and the young man urges the hooded companion to hurry up for the next leveling spot, while the cloaked figure quietly agrees, unaware that this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki questions Ayame Kusane's age and ability to pay a large sum, hinting at deeper secrets behind her calm facade, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki questions Ayame Kusane about her unusually low level, despite her age and years in the other world, hinting at hidden circumstances behind her strength. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki pauses cautiously in the eerie forest while someone unseen asks him what is wrong, hinting at tension beneath the calm night. He has yet to find out the truth behind this silence. Ayame Kusane silently grips her cloak before calmly telling the other that while she appreciates the help leveling up, they should leave, and offers $10,000 as compensation to keep it secret from her sister. But this is just the beginning. The young man wipes sweat from his face while expressing surprise that the other person is not mute, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki assures the girl he will help clear the first world as promised to her sister. But she warns him she is a jinx whose presence will bring trouble if they stay together, hinting at a deeper danger he has yet to discover. Kaoru Hizeki calmly expresses his curiosity about the true nature of an embodiment of calamity, hinting that he is on the edge of uncovering dangerous truths he has yet to face. Ayame Kusane urgently reveals that the calamitous mage is about to harm others again, hinting at a hidden threat looming ahead. Ayame Kusane listens intently, as the group behind her warns Kaoru Hizeki that those who accept her mission face untimely death, but killing her promises great rewards in experience and ability points. The warrior rallies his comrades with a fierce declaration to uphold justice for the heavens, unleashing a surge of battle fervor that hints at an impending clash. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane warns the young man that their enemies far surpass them in power and urges him to leave because only she is the target. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confronts with icy confidence anyone daring to challenge his power, warning that he has not given permission to touch what he claims as his, while Ayame Kusane watches in cautious surprise, sensing the danger but unaware of what lies beneath his words. He has yet to find out. Ayame Kusane reacts with excitement to the prospect of a team fight while Kaoru Hizeki and their allies face off against a group of opponents, the tension thickening as the confrontation begins. But this is just the beginning. A group of shadowy warriors with glowing eyes advances with lethal determination, their presence signaling a threat that hides darker intentions. He has yet to find out the truth behind their ominous approach. Two men exchange tense words. One warns about a powerful rival family possibly stealing their kill, while the other harshly dismisses him as useless trash. But this is just the beginning. A man with a fur-trimmed vest apologizes to the knight and his companions, offering a truce against a common enemy. But the knight immediately silences him, signaling hidden dangers ahead and a fragile alliance at best. Kaoru Hiseki listens silently as the armored man asserts dominance with a confident grip on his jacket. The storm and lightning framing a confrontation loaded with unspoken threats, but this is just the beginning. A shadowed figure speaks to Kaoru Hiseki, implying the encounter was destined, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. The young man smirks confidently and questions if the other intends to gift him equipment again, while mentioning that he cannot use resurrection scrolls for the next 7 days, but this is just the beginning. The warrior smirks quietly while tapping his fingers, hinting at a calculated plan unfolding behind his calm demeanor. The figure in armor commands the crowd to kill the two who stand calmly before them, setting the stage for a deadly confrontation. Tension crackles in the air as the main character and the mysterious girl prepare for what could be the beginning of a brutal battle. The girl with purple hair discovers a mysterious status window showing unknown stats and level 1 for an unfamiliar ID, hinting at a looming secret she is yet to unravel. A cloaked figure with glowing eyes bites into a piece of bread, hinting at a pause before a storm, while the tension weighs heavily as unseen battles loom ahead. Kaoru Hiseki grips a glowing skull while standing defiantly as a massive skeletal figure looms threateningly behind him, wielding a scythe. The fiery energy around the guy hinting that his fight has only just begun, but he has yet to discover the true extent of the danger lurking. Kaoru Hiseki stands firmly with a glowing weapon in hand, while Ayame Kusane nervously grips her amulet, revealing her fear as the young man remains cold and unreadable. But this is just the beginning. The young man notices an unexpected reaction and wonders about its cause, sensing that this moment holds a hidden significance that could change everything. The young man turns sharply with alarm as hostile figures armed with swords emerge behind him, sensing danger he hadn't expected. He is only just beginning to uncover the truth. A furious man in golden armor strikes down a kneeling warrior while demanding if his orders were misunderstood, and the two onlookers glance at the scene with obvious concern. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. The night forest scene carries a calm atmosphere while a character quietly admits they are familiar with the situation, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hiseki stands with calm determination as the girl behind him warns of approaching danger, while two armored figures block their path, signaling an inevitable confrontation. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hiseki walks forward with Ayame Kusane close behind him, tension rising as hostile figures surround them, and the girl silently warns the young man of imminent danger. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hiseki stands firm, with a confident grip on his weapon while multiple figures kneel before him, urgently begging for his consideration by presenting glowing gifts. Ayame Kusane watches tensely from behind, sensing that this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane reacts with visible shock and confusion, questioning the unexpected situation before her. But this is just the beginning. The woman demands to know Brother Yao's intention behind his actions, but he coldly tells her to shut up, leaving the tension thick in the air. He doesn't realize that this confrontation is only the beginning. The man in golden armor confidently explains that he respects the refusal to use force and has arranged rare treasures as a sincere offering, igniting curiosity about what hidden intentions lie beneath this gesture. The young man calmly offers a tempting deal to join his guild and promises a generous salary, hinting at hidden motives behind his confident proposition. A confident man offers a staggering monthly payment that excites hopeful followers. A woman advises a poor peasant to accept the generous offer from Brother Yao, hinting that the terms are beyond his reach after years of effort. Lurking in the shadows, she reveals a sinister plan to manipulate both Brother Y. The young man calmly admits he respects only those stronger than himself and provocatively suggests that if force is used, he might reconsider the offer. But this is just the beginning. The woman angrily accuses the young man of being crazy for refusing an offer worth more than a year's earnings and challenges his right as a poor peasant to reject Brother Yao, while the man watches silently behind her. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki coldly challenges the furious girl with animal ears by questioning whether anyone would willingly give up their humanity to become like her, sparking her anger. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki challenges the group to decide whether they will fight, warning them not to interfere if they won't, while a member of the opposing side hesitates, questioning if the battle is still on. But this is just the beginning. The woman demands that the young man be released, her tone firm and urgent, while the guy lowers his head, concealing his thoughts. He has yet to find out the truth behind the command. The woman angrily accuses Brother Yao of letting someone off too easily, warning that this person is looking down on him. But this is just the beginning. The man sharply orders to release someone, revealing his impatience and authority, while the other reluctantly agrees, hinting at underlying tension and unspoken consequences. But this is just the beginning. The young man in armor warns his leader to kill the man who once tried to kill him. But the leader suddenly strikes him, demanding to know what he understands about the situation. And this is just the beginning. The young man smiles broadly and explains that the best things are those that are hard to get, implying that easily obtained things lack true value. But this is just the beginning. The woman questions the armored man about his sudden change of heart regarding killing Zhang Yue and wonders why he kept it a secret. But he remains silent and avoids her gaze. The night sky reflects a cold stillness while the main character recalls that what followed happened after he was killed the last time. But this is just the beginning. The man leans close to the frightened young woman and points out the contradiction in her story about a poor monster tamer causing so much damage, hinting at a hidden truth she tries to conceal. The main character stands shrouded in a glowing blue aura, while a voice reveals that there is more to him than meets the eye and insists on recruiting him into the guild to serve their own interests. But this is just the beginning. The young man clenches his teeth with a restrained grimace, revealing his frustration despite his calm exterior. But this is just the beginning. The girl with the shining amulet dismisses Zhang Yue as a worthless peasant and vows to make him grovel at her feet again, revealing a deep grudge and a simmering determination that hints at dark schemes ahead. The full moon shines over the misty mountains, casting a cold light that hints at secrets hidden in the darkness. But this is just the beginning. Ayami thanks the main character for protecting her, and he responds coldly that her survival is necessary to recover a large sum of money. But this is just the beginning. The main character steps forward silently, each movement deliberate and precise as the atmosphere tightens around him. But this is just the beginning. Ayami Kusani suggests giving up the mission, warning that success is unlikely. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki questions the reason behind posting a bounty without confidence and wonders why the other person risked entering the other world instead of standing him up, hinting at deeper motives and risks that lie ahead. Ayame calmly reveals she had given up long ago and shows Kaoru that she is the embodiment of a calamity, warning him to see for himself. The text explains the severe restrictions and risks of a calamitous mage class, and the young man reacts with shock, realizing he faces a special. The narration reveals that beyond core and subclass hunters, there are other forces in the other world, hinting at a hidden power or presence enclosed in a glowing, egg-like cocoon. But this is just the beginning. A glowing angelic figure explains that a highly ranked class might emerge but laments that ordinary people are doomed to remain unnoticed due to an impossible limitation, hinting at a deeper barrier yet to be uncovered. Ayame Kusan reveals her repeated failures to activate a special ability despite 3 years of effort and mentions a rule that forbids teaming with someone more than 10 levels higher. While the young man listens, questioning how 2 level 10 players could defeat the first world's boss, but this is just the beginning. A figure clad in a dark cloak warns the other to leave, casting a shadow of impending conflict while the forest around them remains eerily silent. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki challenges the doubt with a calm but assertive question, hinting that what seems impossible might just be within reach, but this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane gasps in shock, struggling to grasp a sudden and unexpected truth that shakes her calm facade. She doesn't know that this revelation is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane urgently confronts Kaoru Hizeki, expressing disbelief at his calm resolve, while he remains composed and unreadable. But this is just the beginning. The man clenches his jacket tightly as he reflects on 3 years of longing to break free from class limitations and become a respected hunter. But this is just the beginning. The young man hesitates, gripping the other's arm tightly, questioning his own resolve and doubting if he can truly follow through. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki coldly insists they focus on completing the world's missions first, cutting through any distractions with confident resolve, but he has yet to find out the truth behind the task ahead. Kaoru Hizeki tightly grips a glowing skull, sensing the dark power behind him, as a giant skeletal reaper looms with a menacing scythe, signaling that the true battle has only just begun. The scene reveals that hunters in the first world must complete world missions to earn the right to challenge the world boss, emphasizing the deadly task of killing 1,000 monsters as the initial step. But this is just the beginning. Coins fall rapidly through darkness, hinting at the imminent cost of a choice yet to be revealed. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands surrounded by beasts with glowing coins above them, while Ayame Kusane watches silently from the shadows, and the main character realizes he must collect 10 silver coins to proceed. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Ayame Kusani wonders if the guy's real power lies in how he carried her through over 1,000 monsters and gained many coins in just a few hours. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki declares that the prerequisite missions are complete and they can challenge the boss now, while Ayame Kusane nervously agrees, unaware that this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki asks what is wrong, his gaze sharp and probing, sensing something hidden beneath the surface. Ayame Kusane wonders aloud why someone as strong as the main character would accept such risky missions, hinting at hidden reasons behind his actions and building suspense for what is yet to be revealed. Kaoru Hizeki confidently reveals to Ayame Kusane that he is not an ordinary man, leaving her silent but intrigued. He has yet to find out the truth behind her calm exterior. Kaoru Hizeki admits he is not desperate for money in the real world, while Ayame Kusane reacts with bright enthusiasm. But this is just the beginning. The glowing mission screen announces the completion of all prerequisites for challenging the world boss, inviting the player to choose between immediate battle or delay. But this is just the beginning. A hand activates a glowing portal, triggering a system alert that announces the opening of the first world, called the Origin of Nightmares Boss Arena, while fiery energy bursts forth, signaling a dangerous challenge ahead. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki and Ayame Kusane stand before a blazing gateway, revealing the entrance to the demon's abyss. Their silence heavy with the knowledge that this trial is just beginning. Kaoru Hizeki asks if they are ready, while the girl with the glowing staff affirms her readiness, both preparing for what seems to be a dangerous confrontation. He has yet to find out the truth behind their challenge. The warrior and the girl walk side by side into the glowing light, their presence silent but charged with untold purpose. He has yet to find out the truth that awaits beyond the flames. But this is just the beginning. Electric sparks crackle fiercely, signaling an imminent and powerful event that the characters have yet to understand. The screen announces the entry into the first world, revealing the origin of the Nightmares boss arena called Demon's Abyss, hinting that the main character is about to face a grave challenge in a place where darkness and terror await. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands firmly beside Ayame Kusane as her glowing staff illuminates the thick mist swirling around them, signaling the start of a perilous challenge neither fully understands but both are compelled to face. He has yet to find out the truth hidden in the shadows ahead. But this is a glowing hourglass appears above a digital countdown starting from 1 hour, signaling an urgent challenge he does not yet fully grasp. The risk is clear: failing to defeat the berserk while balking within the time limit or dying means certain failure, and the clock has just begun to tick. Ayame-kusan offers the glowing vials and scrolls to the young man, indicating he should take them, while the atmosphere hints at the danger that lies ahead. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane warns Kaoru Hizeki about the high cost of valuable consumables like resurrection scrolls and instant recall medicine, while he advises caution despite his ability to clear the first world alone, hinting that death could strike any time in the other world. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confidently declares he will equip the silver-armored scorpion with defensive gear and Hero Guardian's armor to withstand the boss's attacks, hinting at strategic preparation for the looming battle. The imposing armored scorpion appears charged with fierce energy, embodying a relentless shield. Detailed stats: Ayame Kusane senses an ominous energy approaching, her calm demeanor slipping as she braces for what she does not yet understand but knows will change everything. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki announces the arrival of something important with a restrained smirk, hinting that the real challenge is about to begin. The warrior thrusts a glowing spear toward a towering demonic creature with massive horns, amid swirling shadows and ominous red energy. But this is just the beginning. A terrifying wild boar king roars fiercely, its menacing stats and deadly skills revealed as the ultimate guardian of the first world's nightmare passage, crushing anyone who dares to challenge it. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane tries to calm Sujinyan, expressing hope for success despite her fear rooted in past defeats, while Kaoru Hizeki analyzes her subconscious anxiety toward the wild boar king, hinting that their struggle is far from over. The girl instructs the warrior to hide and heal the silver-armored scorpion while asking what he will do next. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confidently assures that he will handle the fierce creature threatening them, unaware that this is just the beginning of a greater conflict. The fighter unleashes a fiery attack, his intense focus and burning determination igniting the air around him in a blazing display of power. This is only the beginning of the battle to come. A massive explosion erupts with force, signaling the destructive power unleashed as the shockwave spreads rapidly, and the tension escalates because he has yet to find out the truth behind this attack. Smoke and embers swirl violently as debris scatters, signaling the aftermath of a powerful blast whose true origin remains hidden. The air thickens with tension, but this is just the beginning. A monstrous beast roars fiercely, its blazing eyes and massive tusks unleashing a deadly storm of smoke and fire that signals a terrifying challenge ahead. He has yet to find out the truth. Kaoru Hizeki warns that the toughness of boss monsters should not be underestimated as a monstrous roar fills the air. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous beast opens its jaws wide, releasing a terrifying roar, then unleashes a devastating fiery attack that shakes the battlefield with destructive force. The ominous intensity suggests the fight has only just begun and greater dangers lie ahead. A violent impact erupts with explosive energy, shaking the ground and sending debris flying, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki unleashes a rapid barrage of fireballs with cold precision, his intense gaze fixed on the charging beast engulfed in flames. The burning attack collides fiercely with the creature, signaling a deadly confrontation. But this is just the beginning. The forceful storm shatters the ground as a voice reflects on the importance of the silver-armored scorpion's endurance to continue the battle. But this is just the beginning. A massive beast launches a fierce charge, its overwhelming power shattering the ground and sending debris flying. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous beast with burning red eyes and massive tusks lets out a fierce roar, unleashing a powerful storm of energy that signals the beginning of a deadly encounter he has yet to fully understand. Kaoru Hizeki stands firmly with a weapon as a monstrous armored creature warns him that the challenge won't be easy, but this is just the beginning. A monstrous beast with glowing red eyes charges forward with devastating force, unleashing a violent rampage that hints at an impending catastrophe only just beginning. Ayame Kusane urgently warns Zhang Yue to dodge, while a menacing figure with glowing purple eyes lets out a roar of aggression. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands confidently as a powerful force swirls behind him, and he urges himself to push forward a bit more. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki's sharp gaze fixes on the approaching beast, reflected in his eye as he silently acknowledges that victory is within reach, but the final struggle is yet to come. The screen reveals the stats and deadly skills of the Berserk Wild Boar King, warning that it guards the gateway to the next world and crushes anyone who dares to pass. But this is just the beginning. The dark figure in a hooded cloak exudes an ominous presence as the title reveals a god's awakening after a million years of battles, hinting at a story steeped in ancient power and relentless conflict. But this is just the beginning. The young man grips a glowing skull while shadowy reapers with skeletal hands loom behind him, signaling a deadly confrontation where he holds a mysterious power but faces overwhelming darkness. And this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki faces a colossal fiery beast with unwavering resolve, bracing for the deadly clash that could change everything. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki's intense gaze sharpens as he decides this is the crucial moment to act. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki unleashes a powerful blue energy strike with intense focus, his aura blazing fiercely as he channels a devastating technique that hints at hidden depths yet to be revealed. The fierce monster suffers sharp ice damage, stunned by the unexpected power that pierces its defenses. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane warns that the low-star boss's frozen status will not last long due to its high tenacity. Then the monstrous creature roars fiercely as it breaks free with overwhelming force. But this is just the beginning. Ayame warns that the Berserk Wild Boar King has become enraged and will unleash its deadly skill Death Stomp. But this is just the beginning. The monstrous creature crashes down with explosive force, shattering the ground beneath, and the fallen horned beast struggles amidst the fiery aftermath, signaling a fierce battle's turning point. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki commands to increase the power of the armored scorpion, unleashing a surge of striking blue energy from his crystal weapon with fierce determination. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane harnesses a powerful purple energy orb with intense focus, signaling her readiness to act despite the looming danger. But this is just the beginning. The monstrous armored scorpion roars fiercely while battling with dark energy swirling around it. And Ayame Kusane urgently warns that despite their vitality boost, the creature won't hold much longer without a stronger, more devastating attack. But this is just the beginning. The young man shatters the ice barrier with blazing energy, his fierce attack breaking through defenses with unstoppable force. Kaoru Hizeki declares that this is more than enough, his confident smirk revealing he is far from finished. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this battles. A fiery beast unleashes a devastating attack that ignites the battlefield, shattering ice and igniting flames in a deadly clash where power and fury collide. But this is just the beginning. A fierce clash of fiery flames and sharp ice shards erupts, shattering the battlefield and signaling a battle that has only just begun. A monstrous roar echoes as a fierce wild boar king appears, and the young man confidently declares that even this powerful foe cannot endure his mythic-grade equipment and relentless assault. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands engulfed in flames, his eyes glowing fiercely as he radiates a threatening power that hints at a deadly transformation. But this is just the beginning. The fiery explosion announces the unleashing of a devastating combo skill called Fireball, hinting that the battle is just beginning and greater power waits to be revealed. Ayame Kusane admits she has never witnessed anyone use those two skills so skillfully before, hinting that the challenges ahead will be unlike anything experienced so far. A colossal armored beast emerges from the mist with glowing eyes and razor-sharp teeth, its arrival signaling a threat greater than anyone anticipated. But this is just the beginning. The sudden impact shakes the ground with a terrifying force, signaling that the true battle has only just begun. Kaoru Hizeki calmly stands with his weapon, observing the colossal defeated beast crashing to the ground, while Ayame Kusane faces the aftermath with silent resolve, hinting that this victory may conceal deeper challenges ahead. Kaoru Hizeki calmly reviews the rewards for defeating the berserk wild boar king, contemplating selling most items but keeping the skill book for his pet, and considering refining the berserker cloak and ring for himself and the armored scorpion, unaware that this is just the beginning. The girl is surrounded by intense purple flames as she receives notification of breaking through a class restriction and evolving to an epic taboo mage, her expression revealing the weight of a dangerous new power she has yet to fully comprehend. The girl realizes with disbelief that she has not only escaped the calamity of the mage class but has also evolved into an epic rank core class, hinting that this transformation is only the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki and Ayame Kusane exchange a tense glance as she reveals a shocking truth, leaving the warrior stunned and unaware of the deeper danger lurking ahead. He has yet to find out the truth. A large crowd observes the glowing notifications declaring the clearing of the first world after the hunters defeated the berserk wild boar king, while voices express disbelief at the impossibility of such a swift victory by only two hunters. But this is just the beginning. The men discuss Su Yan's unexpected power boost and express disbelief that their comrade defeated a world boss with seemingly worthless help, hinting at hidden forces at play. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki and Ayame Kusane stand before two glowing portals as the message announces their victory over the first world and the start of the deadly second, urging hunters to advance while danger looms hidden beyond the gates. Kaoru Hizeki explains that the red tunnel leads to the second world while the blue tunnel returns to the first, suggesting they refill supplies before venturing further, but he has yet to find out the truth behind these worlds. Ayame Kusane urgently demands to know where he is going, but the main character calmly states his intention to find her sister to reclaim his money, hinting that this confrontation is just the beginning. The main character steps forward onto a glowing surface crackling with blue energy, signaling the arrival of something far more dangerous than it seems. He has yet to find out the truth. The girl reveals to the young man that he is the mysterious hunter who achieved the first clear of the hidden dungeon, hinting at a deeper significance behind his identity. But this is just the beginning. The towering office building in Linhai city center casts long shadows, hinting that something significant is about to unfold within its walls. The young man notifies a woman standing by the window that she has a call, hinting at an impending revelation behind the calm facade. The woman calmly informs that she has completed the task and offers to send her payment details for the money transfer while holding her phone confidently. But the listener remains silent, hiding their thoughts in the tense pause. Ayame Kusane calmly instructs to pause briefly and promises to verify the mission's completion before making further contact, hinting that the real challenge is yet to come. The woman criticizes the impatience and arrogance of a man claiming to have completed his mission too quickly, warning that scammers' methods are worsening, while the girl with long purple hair excitedly announces her success to her sister, unaware that this is just the beginning. The woman demands confirmation about the claim, and the other reveals she not only overcame a great obstacle but also gained a forbidden powerful magic class, hinting at dangerous consequences ahead. The woman expresses astonishment that no one in their Sioux family has achieved such a rare epic hunter rank and suggests they must have received extensive help to complete the mission quickly. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane cheerfully explains that only one helper was sent instead of many. But this is just the beginning. The woman reacts with shock and disbelief upon hearing there is only one, revealing a critical moment that hints at unforeseen challenges ahead. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane looks intently at a woman who suddenly leans forward with a questioning expression, leaving an air of mystery about what provoked her reaction. But this is just the beginning. The young woman questions if Jinyan is the hunter named Zero gaining internet fame, and the person with purple hair confirms it calmly. But this is just the beginning. The discussion reveals that an unbroken century-old record by the Dragon Kingdom's top hunter has just been shattered, hinting at a new phenomenal expert emerging, while rumors spread of the Dragon Kingdom rising to become one of the strongest powers. And speculation stirs over the First World's final boss as a woman confidently tells them they shattered a centuries-old record and will be among the first to enter the Second World, hinting that their presence will greatly elevate the Su family's status in the Dragon Kingdom. But the main character has yet to find out the truth behind this promise. The woman commands an urgent meeting of the board of directors, emphasizing the critical need to recruit Zero to their Misty Rain Guild to clear the Second World, hinting that this is just the beginning of a larger, more dangerous plan. The magic skill, Supreme Icicle, is revealed with its powerful frost attack that deals high magical damage and can freeze enemies on a critical hit. But Kaoru doesn't yet know how this will change the battle. Kaoru Hizeki grips a glowing skull and readies his weapon against a towering skeletal figure wielding a massive scythe, sensing the deadly power looming behind him, but unaware that this battle is only the beginning. The young man confirms payment from Zhang and urges complete recovery of his younger brother, while the voice on the phone warns of severe injuries requiring extended hospitalization and ongoing fees. He remains composed but senses the costly burden ahead, and he has yet to find out the truth behind this desperate pact. Kaoru Hizeki silently reflects on the high price demanded, regretting not agreeing to work for a wealthy man earlier, while an unsettling, spectral figure seems to mock his hesitation. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki hears the phone ring and calmly pulls it out, sensing that this call might change everything, but he hasn't yet realized the danger lurking behind it. Kaoru Hizeki answers the call cautiously, sensing that this conversation might reveal something dangerous he has yet to understand. A voice offers the main character to join the Misty Rain Guild, hinting at an invitation that could change everything, but he has yet to find out the truth behind it. The woman introduces herself as the vice president, offering insurance, housing, a high salary, and performance bonuses, hinting at hidden intentions behind the seemingly generous deal. The young man smirks slightly and notes the timing as unexpectedly perfect, hinting that the real game is just beginning. The girl with long purple hair agrees to join the guild, while the other woman responds enthusiastically, welcoming her decision. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki agrees to cooperate with the guild only on the condition that they never interfere in his personal life or freedom, hinting at a fragile alliance with high stakes. But this is just the beginning. The purple-haired woman looks worried. The dark-haired woman speaks firmly about the necessity of loyalty within their guild, and the man in the suit warns that if his terms are not accepted, the deal is off. But this is just the beginning. The man stands silently at the head of the table while tense beeping sounds fill the room, and the group across from him waits anxiously, signaling that the real confrontation is just beginning. The Su family group's CEO questions whether the risky acquisition is truly necessary, criticizing the other's defiance and warning that taking in someone who disrespects the guild will only bring liability. But this is just the beginning. The woman explains the unprecedented achievements of a new hunter and insists on securing this rare talent before rivals do. But this is just the beginning. The girl urgently tells the older man that the first uncle is truly skilled at what he does, but she senses that there is more to the story he has yet to reveal. The woman suggests agreeing to his terms and bringing him to the Misty Rain Guild for assessment, while the girl confirms he will remain partially bound and participate in guild activities when needed. But this is just the beginning. The man closes his eyes and presses his fingers together in contemplation, warning that if the other party refuses to listen, he will be forced to make the decision alone. But this is just the beginning. The man reviews the call on his phone, contemplating that the Dragon Kingdom's Reigning Province Guild ranks 5th, which implies a decent salary and commissions that could cover his hospital fees. But he doesn't yet realize what challenges lie ahead. The young man narrows his eyes in contemplation, sensing that this is only the beginning of a deeper, hidden truth. Kaoru Hizeki listens to an offer to accept his conditions and is asked when he will start working at their company, but he has yet to find out the truth behind their intentions. Kaoru Hizeki calmly tells someone on the phone that he will work from home because his spawn point in Linhai City remains unchanged, but he has yet to find out the truth behind this convenience. The woman urgently shows something on her phone to the girl, expressing disbelief and suggesting they may have to abandon their plans. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki reassures someone over the phone that working from home is allowed without any worries, but he has yet to find out the truth behind this offer. The young man stretches with relief, thinking the guildmaster is approachable, and now that his financial troubles are resolved, he can fully focus on conquering the alternate world, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. A glowing magical seal bursts open with intense blue light, hinting at the unleashing of a powerful force that will change everything, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki activates a glowing amulet with confident calm as red flames surge around him, declaring the passage to a dangerous new realm. He has yet to find out the truth behind this power. Kaoru Hizeki steps into a blazing chaotic portal radiating intense red and white energy, unaware that this is just the beginning of a deeper, unknown truth. Kaoru Hizeki stands facing a glowing red portal as a mysterious message appears in the sky, warning that zombies are storming the safe zone, hinting that the real threat is only beginning to reveal itself. Kaoru Hizeki observes a mysterious glowing symbol intently, unaware that this discovery is only the beginning of a deeper truth yet to unfold. Kaoru Hizeki reads the urgent world mission briefing about an impending zombie siege and realizes he must level up before tackling the hidden dungeon, while warning others to prepare quickly for the horde arriving in 2 days, but he doesn't yet know what deeper dangers lie ahead. The captain of the soldiers, Nolan, complains about the constant zombie attacks draining the weapon supplies for his comrades, revealing the harsh reality of their ongoing battle. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki walks through the tense city guarded by armored soldiers, where the ever-present threat of zombie hordes casts a suffocating atmosphere over the so-called safety zone. But this is just the beginning. A knight commands the young man to eliminate mutated zombies in the western part of Notting City to secure resources for weapons, revealing that the war is about to begin, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki learns that the mission in Notting City is the most difficult, involving targets from level 11 to 20, and accepts the material gathering task, unaware that this is just the beginning. The mission briefing reveals a deadly task to reclaim a zombie-infested garrison for essential materials, hinting at a grueling battle ahead with substantial rewards, but the real challenge and danger are just beginning. Kaoru Hizeki smirks calmly, thinking to himself that the rewards from this mission are the greatest and that completing it might allow him to clear the second world as well. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. The armored man pledges his support to Kaoru Hizeki, who acknowledges the loyalty with quiet gratitude, but this is just the beginning. The garrison camp burns fiercely, engulfed in flames that threaten to consume everything. The skeletal figure, his eyes glowing red, emits a chilling, inhuman roar that echoes the horror of destruction. But this is just the beginning. The main character steps forward in white boots, each pace echoing a calm but resolute advance toward an unknown challenge. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki steps forward confidently with his glowing weapon ready, signaling the start of a terrifying battle against a monstrous enemy looming behind him. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. But this is just the beginning. A massive fireball engulfs the opponent, dealing heavy fire damage along with unexpected ice damage, signaling the fierce clash is far from over and the true power remains unseen. The monstrous creature charges forward with blazing fury while its fiery attack engulfs a figure in its path. The young man tenses as a massive demonic opponent appears, surrounded by flames, and braces himself to confront the overwhelming threat. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki unleashes a powerful attack that scorches a monstrous enemy, revealing the enemy's surprising vulnerability as damage barely registers. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki analyzes the enemy's fire element resistance, realizing the damage from fire spells is significantly reduced, but this is just the beginning. The guy decisively announces he will abandon fire-based spells, his hand glowing with vibrant blue energy that hints at a powerful shift in strategy, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki grips his weapon as his eyes glow with icy power, challenging his opponent to see how long they can endure. But this is just the beginning. The young man faces a mutated fire zombie with intimidating magic and defense stats, warning that using fire against it will only provoke a more dangerous reaction. But this is just the beginning. The scene shows a mysterious figure with glowing eyes inside a hood, suggesting an ominous presence, while details hint at a story of awakening and endless conflict. But this is just the beginning. The young man clutches a glowing skull with a determined gaze, while a shadowy, skeletal figure looms behind, wielding a large scythe, hinting at an unresolved bond between them and the danger that still awaits. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. And this is... The young man commands the silver-armored scorpion to draw the flame zombie's aggression while preparing for a counterattack. The monstrous scorpion roars in fury as the undead enemy charges blindly into its trap, but he has yet to find out the truth behind the relentless assault. Kaoru Hizeki calmly analyzes the silver-armored scorpion's equipped items and protection skills, noting they grant it a lifesteal-like ability that renders the flame zombie's attacks ineffective, but he has yet to find out the truth behind this unexpected resilience. Kaoru Hizeki watches a terrified man struggle against a monstrous claw and comments on the complexity of such builds, then prepares to face the next challenge with a powerful, glowing spear poised for attack, knowing that this is just the beginning. A fierce warrior shouts defiantly that he will fight fire with ice, summoning a powerful icy aura as he braces for battle. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind this clash. The fighter is engulfed in a powerful blue explosion that shatters the ground, unleashing a devastating attack. The burned zombie enemy screams in agony as it crumbles, signaling the main character's victory and unexpected gain of experience and ability points. But he has yet to find out the truth behind. Kaoru Hizeki examines the few copper coins in his hand and reflects that the drop rate for monsters of that level must be low. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki narrows his cold eyes as he senses a sudden movement, his focus sharpening in an instant. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. A surge of blue energy explodes as the fighter rapidly levels up, gaining experience, ability points, and rare items, signaling a powerful transformation but hinting that the real challenge has only just begun. The young man reflects on his failure to collect enough fire element cores after an entire afternoon of hard work, realizing he is far from completing the mission and frustrated that the rewards are meager. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki calmly admits that food is essential for humans to function and decides to log out to eat before continuing his task at night. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki's eyes snap open in shock as a sudden, overwhelming noise breaks the silence. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki hears an unusual sound and wonders if it could be something significant. unaware that this moment is just the beginning of a deeper mystery. The warrior stands silently as a fierce clash of red and blue energy tears the sky apart, signaling that the boss monster is respawning. But this is just the beginning. A figure steps onto the ground, surrounded by mysterious blue aura that hints at a power yet to be revealed. But this is just the beginning. A formidable boss monster emerges, radiating conflicting flames of ice and fire that signify its terrifying dual power, hinting at the deadly challenge ahead for anyone daring to face it. But this is just the beginning. The young man faces the towering, fiery boss monster and contemplates the valuable rewards it might drop, unaware that this confrontation is only the beginning of a deeper challenge. The monstrous figure laughs ominously, revealing a chilling confidence that hints at a dark power just beginning to unfold. The main character's hand emits sharp, blue energy beams, signaling the awakening of a dangerous power that he has yet to fully understand. A monstrous figure with glowing red eyes grins menacingly, radiating a dangerous power that hints at a terrifying challenge ahead. He has yet to find out the truth behind his own strength. The warrior confronts a towering demonic figure engulfed in fiery and icy energy, readying for a fierce clash that hints at a deeper, more dangerous secret unfolding. The young man shouts in shock as powerful blue energy erupts around him, signaling a dangerous attack he barely anticipates. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this overwhelming force. The monstrous figure unleashes a powerful glacier spike attack, sending lethal blue energy surging forward and turning the battlefield icy as danger crashes down with unstoppable force. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki is struck by a sudden icy attack that drains his health, revealing that the fight is far from over. An icy blue spear strikes the demon's chest with overwhelming force, dealing heavy damage and inflicting burning and frost effects that threaten to weaken its dark power. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki admits his skills are ineffective against the dual attribute Icefire Zombie, realizing it completely counters his current fighting style, but he has yet to find out the truth behind this challenge. The warrior unleashes a powerful attack called Silver Armored Scorpion, striking the massive armored enemy with a burst of blue energy, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki notices the extent of the destruction and internally reacts to the overwhelming damage, unaware that this is just the beginning. The dark clawed hand crackles with intense blue flames, hinting at a dangerous power about to be unleashed. He has yet to find out the truth behind this mysterious energy. A demon-like figure with glowing red eyes summons sharp blue energy spikes from his hands, radiating a powerful and dangerous aura. The young man does not yet know the true extent of this threat. A powerful force bombards a towering armored figure relentlessly with explosive blue energy, shattering its defenses and shaking the ground beneath it. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki reads the system message about his pet's death and unexpected necromancer revival, then immediately braces for confrontation as a monstrous figure approaches through a glowing barrier. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki clenches his teeth, realizing the enemy surpasses even the first world's boss monster in strength. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous figure unleashes a terrifying purple lightning strike, suffering visible damage but radiating overwhelming power. And the battle is far from over. The warrior reacts with shock to the power level revealed, while Ayame stands firm, her staff crackling with intense purple energy, unleashing a devastating magical force just beyond them. He senses that this confrontation is only the beginning and that the true challenge lies ahead. Ayame Kusane declares her plan to control the crowd while urging the other to focus on dealing damage. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confidently grips a glowing staff, sensing a power awakening within him that he has yet to fully understand. The demon warrior threatens to crush his opponent despite reduced power as a fiery and icy attack strikes fiercely, showing the burning intensity and relentless determination of the confrontation. But this is just the beginning. An enormous demon roars fiercely, unleashing a fiery attack that signals a deadly confrontation is only beginning. The monstrous figure launches a raging fireball attack with a fierce roar, igniting the battlefield in flames that suggest overwhelming power and imminent danger, while Kaoru Hizeki realizes with surprise that the fireball spell can serve as crowd control, hinting at a deeper strategy yet to be uncovered. Ayame Kusane channels a powerful spell, unleashing a radiant burst of purple energy while declaring her magic to illuminate. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous figure roars fiercely as purple lightning crackles wildly around it, crashing down into a fiery explosion that signals the start of a devastating battle. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki observes Ayame Kusane channeling formidable power through 3 rapid spells, pondering if this is truly the strength of an epic-class taboo mage while tension crackles in the air. He has yet to find out the truth behind her abilities. The description reveals a powerful level 14 Icefire zombie commander with strong magical and physical stats and dangerous skills, warning that provoking the boss will lead to a fierce and chilling confrontation. But this is just the beginning. The young man holds a glowing skull defensively while an ominous skeletal figure looms behind him, wielding a large scythe, forcing him into a tense confrontation where every move could mean survival or defeat. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki, with cold determination, unleashes a devastating attack combining fire and ice, showing he dismisses the danger as he embraces the clash of opposing forces. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous roar erupts as a fierce explosion of blue and yellow energy surges violently, signaling a devastating clash that hints at the deadly stakes yet to unfold. Ayame Kusane unleashes a powerful ice magic attack that clashes violently with the fiery blast launched by Kaoru Hizeki, their intense battle tearing the space between them as he counters with fierce determination. But this is just the beginning. A chaotic explosion of colors rushes violently across the scene, hinting at an unleashed power or a decisive moment whose true impact is yet to unfold. The defeated boss monster's skull roars silently as a glowing message declares the victory and rewards earned, but the main character has yet to realize this triumph is only the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confidently assures Ayame Kusane that they will evenly split the rewards from the zombie commander, revealing a tense alliance with promising gains yet hidden dangers. Ayame Kusane cheerfully tells the young man that she came to do her missions and ran into him by chance, adding that she hasn't yet thanked him for helping her clear the first world. But this is just the beginning. The young man realizes the payment was made by someone's sister and clarifies that it was not from him, while the girl reveals this information calmly, hinting at a deeper connection between them. He has yet to find out the truth. The mysterious woman introduces herself as Su Jinyan and extends her hand, subtly inviting trust while hiding her true intentions behind a calm smile. But this is just the beginning. The young man looks intently to the side, his calm expression hiding a storm of thoughts he has yet to reveal. But this is just the beginning. The young man introduces himself with a confident smile while shaking hands with the mysterious woman who listens quietly, both unaware that this meeting marks the start of something far greater. A voice suggests teaming up to farm monsters for greater efficiency, while the other questions the practical effect of the class, hinting at underlying doubts and a tentative alliance that may shape what comes next. Ayame Kusane reveals the true power of crowd control skills, explaining their conversion into silence with extended effect and shorter cooldown. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki quietly acknowledges that the girl's terrifying crowd control abilities will significantly increase his farming efficiency, unaware of the deeper implications behind her power. Ayame Kusane asks where he is going, and Kaoru Hizeki explains he will visit Nyoding City briefly and suggests they meet in 10 minutes to farm together. But this is just the beginning. The young man lightly touches the surface, sensing an unseen power. He doesn't know that there's something more behind this simple gesture, but this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane recalls her promise to marry whoever helps her escape from the body of calamity, revealing a hope hidden behind her calm expression. But the stakes are far from clear. He has yet to find out the truth. Ayame Kusane scolds Su Jinyan for losing focus and urges him to regain control, hinting at the high stakes ahead and unseen dangers lurking beneath calm exteriors. The quiet night envelops the old manor in an eerie stillness, hinting that this is just the beginning of a mysterious and dangerous story. Kaoru Hizeki reviews the loot dropped by the boss, noting 3 equipment pieces and a skill book. He decides to sell the 1-star equipment since the rest will boost his battle power, then evaluates the Ice Fire mobility boots with a calm acknowledgement of their agility increase. But this is just the guy concentrates as his hand glows with a mysterious energy, realizing he must develop stronger damage skills to face what lies ahead. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki concentrates as energy surges through his hand, beginning the dangerous process of refining. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. The main character discovers the details of the super flaming missile skill, understanding its power and the resources needed to use it. But he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki conjures a blazing, swirling flame with a calm yet commanding gesture, demonstrating power that hints at challenges yet to come. Kaoru Hizeki confidently acknowledges his increased speed and new skill, convinced that the monsters can no longer harm him, but he has yet to find out the truth behind his newfound power. Kaoru Hizeki glances sideways with a cold, unreadable expression as a sword blade gleams sharply beside him. But this is just the beginning. The young man with sharp green eyes questions the identity of the inviter, then decisively accepts the guild invitation and declares his readiness to proceed with the missions. But this is just the beginning. A terrifying figure is engulfed by a powerful and overwhelming fire attack that causes critical damage, freezing and burning it simultaneously. But this is just the beginning. A sudden explosion of fierce flames erupts, signaling the dangerous escalation of conflict where every mistake could cost dearly. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane praises the guy for killing the flame zombie in one shot, acknowledging his impressive skills but hinting at deeper potential, while he confidently accepts the compliment, aware that his equipment and timing give him an edge but has yet to realize what true power lies beyond. The girl then reveals her. Ayame Kusan questions the young man about his hidden equipment and unusually high attack power, implying suspicion of mythic-grade gear, while he reacts with mild surprise but remains composed. He has yet to find out the truth behind her inquiry. Kaoru Hizeki calmly explains that his power comes not from equipment but from having a mythic-ranked class, hinting at hidden strength that others have yet to understand. Ayame Kusane insists that there were no mythic-ranked classes appearing this year because no revelations happened on the Awakening Day, contradicting what others might believe, but she doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki calmly reveals that he did not obtain his class through awakening, accepting disbelief without hesitation, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki and Ayame Kusane learn from the mission briefing that the fire and ice element corps cores are collected, but the hyper-toxic zombies still need to be farmed. Then they receive a shocking guild announcement demanding immediate assembly for a major event, hinting that this is just. Ayame questions the nature of Chenjun's plan and admits she doesn't know who he is but finds him impressive, while Kaoru listens silently, hinting that there is more to uncover behind the threat. Ayame Kusane explains the connection between Chenjun and her uncle Suchen, revealing that Chenjun's position was granted through their sworn friendship. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki suggests that they should go to the guild event first, hinting at a plan that might hold unexpected challenges. He remains calm and confident, but he has yet to find out the truth behind this invitation. A monstrous creature rose fiercely, its menacing jaws wide open and dripping, radiating a powerful purple energy that shakes the ground beneath. The impact sends multiple figures flying through the air, leaving a trail of destruction and chaos. But this is just the beginning. The young man strikes a powerful blow that sends his opponent flying backward, charged with an intense energy that promises the conflict is far from over. A furious man accuses Liu Yao of betraying the Misty Rain Pavilion by trying to steal their boss. Revealing the brewing conflict, Ayame Kusane fiercely commands the pathetic Misty Rain Pavilion to kill them all, asserting her dominance in the dangerous power struggle. But this is just the beginning. A blazing magical circle unleashes a relentless rain of fiery beams, forcing the fighters to shield themselves from the overwhelming assault. But this is just the beginning. A warrior in golden armor reacts with pain as a fierce blazing strike hits his chest, revealing the fierce cost of underestimating his opponent. But this is just the beginning. The man shouts fiercely, demanding to know who dares to obstruct his path, revealing his fury and hinting at an impending confrontation. Kaoru Hizeki appears confidently with a glowing amulet, daringly questioning if someone is trying to steal their guild's boss loot this time. Meanwhile, a frozen, mutated frost zombie's stats and warnings reveal its dangerous, ice-based powers, hinting that using cold elements will only make it more. A cloaked figure with glowing eyes eats while observing the number 14, hinting at a long, relentless battle ahead. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confronts a skeletal figure wielding a scythe while holding a glowing skull. His stance firm as dark and fiery energies swirl around them, hinting that the battle is far from over and the true danger lies ahead. A monstrous figure roars loudly as it smashes the ground with immense force, spreading an ominous purple energy that hints at an approaching danger. But this is just the beginning. The warriors launch a coordinated attack with glowing spears aimed downward, their expressions fierce and determined as they prepare to strike with overwhelming force. A monstrous figure with glowing eyes and sharp teeth charges forward, exuding a menacing dark energy that hints at a devastating attack. The danger is palpable, and the young man has yet to find out the truth about this relentless foe. A powerful energy blast throws multiple fighters through the air, shattering their defenses with overwhelming force. A soldier urgently warns the leader that without the taboo mage's control over the boss, reckless attacks are exhausting their stamina, hinting that the true challenge has only just begun. The warrior urgently urges courage and endurance, insisting that reinforcements will arrive soon and instructing to weaken the monsters as much as possible. But this is just the beginning. A decisive step echoes through the shadowed floor as an unknown figure advances, signaling that this is just the beginning. Onlookers whisper about Ayame Kusane's shattered class restriction and doubt the seemingly ordinary young man beside her could be the one who helped, unaware of the hidden strength and secrets that lie beneath his calm exterior. The girl insists to the young man that she is not cold as others claim, and he responds uncertainly but agrees. Ayame Kusane sharply rebukes someone named Su Jinyan for their crude behavior, revealing a moment of tension and hidden judgment behind her calm facade. But this is just the beginning. The man greets Jinyan with a loud, triumphant voice, revealing his confidence and hinting at a significant encounter about to unfold. He has yet to find out the truth behind this moment. The man demands to know the identity of the guy and questions why he and the girl are together, while the young man stands calmly with the mysterious woman behind him, the silent presence hinting at deeper connections he has yet to uncover. Ayame Kusane challenges Sir-Chen's right to question her dating life, while the main character stands beside her as Sir-Chen expresses his concern that someone might be plotting against her. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane calmly questions if there is an urgent problem behind the summons and assures she can distinguish right from wrong. But this is just the beginning. The warrior warns that the monsters in Zombie City have respawned and a powerful zombie king boss has emerged, hinting at a new devastating threat. Ayame Kusane explains the rarity and importance of defeating the Zombie King boss for the guild's prestige, while Kaoru Hizeki accepts the challenge and urges to proceed with the mission, unaware that this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki remains composed as the armored man urges him to stay, warning that he does not have to leave, while the young man calmly questions the reason behind this sudden plea. But this is just the beginning. The man with the fur collar harshly accuses the newcomer of being a lucky fraud for expecting free help, while his companions watch tensely from behind. But this is just the beginning. The crowd discusses dismissing the young man and the woman, believing his class is weak and his equipment unimpressive, warning their leader that allowing him to participate will waste the guild's resources. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusan urgently questions if anyone knows his true identity, while the young man confidently responds that he is in charge and the decision is his, but this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane clenches her lips and sweats nervously, hiding a deeper unease behind her calm facade. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane demands she will not go unless the young man goes with her, her determination clashing with his calm indifference. But this is just the beginning. The man warns Jinyan to calm down and admits that the weak fighter would die in battle, allowing him only to watch and urging preparation of a resurrection scroll. But this is just the beginning. The girl urges Jinyan to hurry and take control of the Zombie King while they continue dealing damage. The young man replies that Zhang Yue should wait for him as he promises to return soon, but he has yet to find out the truth. The main character considers the challenge of defeating a level 15 boss monster with Su Jinyan's help and decides to assess the strength of the 5th ranked guild on the provincial leaderboard, sensing this is just the beginning. The forest glows faintly under a dark sky as a fiery figure appears. The main character steps forward confidently, holding a blazing staff while calling out a name, his presence radiating power and calm resolve. But this is just the beginning. The group of men express shock at the beast tamer's ability to withstand so much damage, while the armored warrior confronts Kaoru Hizeki, questioning if he has joined the Misty Rain Pavilion, hinting at deeper affiliations and a brewing conflict that could change everything. The woman accuses Zhang Yue of betrayal and acting as a servant to the Misty Rain Pavilion, expressing her shock and contempt for his actions. But this is just the beginning. A powerful explosion of purple energy erupts, signaling a fierce attack that could change everything. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane unleashes a powerful burst of energy, her scream echoing through the chaos as the ground trembles beneath her. He has yet to find out the truth hidden behind this overwhelming force. Ayame Kusane remarks that it is finally quiet while Kaoru Hizeki observes her with a confident smirk, unaware that this calm is only the beginning. The young man coldly questions Zhang Yue about his current pay and offers to triple it along with the vice president position and CEO status of their guild, pressing him to choose while the cost of refusal hangs heavily in the air. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane accuses someone of trying to steal him right in front of their eyes and warns that they are going overboard. But this is just the beginning. The armored warrior declares his unwavering loyalty to the Misty Rain Pavilion and insists he will not break his current contract, while the young man listens silently, gripping a glowing red sword, unaware that this confrontation is only the beginning. The young man admits uncertainty about the future, but remains calm, inviting to wait and see what will happen when the time comes, hinting that he has yet to find out the truth. The man confidently invites the other to join his supreme guild anytime, emphasizing that its doors are always open, but this is just the beginning. A voice urgently calls for action, demanding to go immediately, while another responds with shocked disbelief, signaling that the real conflict is about to erupt and things are far from settled. The warrior urgently questions their leader about abandoning the almost defeated boss monster, hinting at a brewing conflict. The man yells fiercely, accusing the other of being obsessed with killing someone while claiming he himself sees the bigger picture and doubts the other's understanding. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki and Ayame Kusane watch cautiously as a group of armed men approaches two figures in the distance, tension thickening the air like a silent threat waiting to erupt. But this is just the beginning. The girl thanks Zhang Yue, and the young man calmly replies that it was simply the right course of action to take. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous creature roars fiercely, its glowing red eye filled with rage, and then slams the ground with devastating force, shattering the battlefield beneath it as a woman in dark robes and a man with a spear brace themselves for the deadly impact. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki and Ayame Kusane stand ready with their weapons as a massive spiked black orb descends ominously above them, threatening imminent danger and hinting that this confrontation is just the beginning. The young man confronts the towering zombie king of demise, announcing his presence and challenging the looming threat, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki confidently challenges his opponent, igniting flames of determination around him as he prepares to fight. But he has yet to find out the truth behind the approaching danger. Meanwhile, the emergence of the doomed Zombie King, a formidable level 15 boss commanding all zombies with deadly skills. The young man grips a glowing skull, turning sharply as a giant Reaper figure looms threateningly behind him, ready to strike with a skeletal scythe. He senses the deadly danger but remains defiant, unaware that this battle marks only the beginning of a deeper, more perilous truth. A monstrous figure unleashes a devastating fiery blast with overwhelming force. The crowd reacts in shock and disbelief at the fighter's unexpected strength and endurance, questioning their previous assumptions about his weakness. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki commands a power level and the girl confirms readiness with determination, signaling the beginning of a critical confrontation. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous figure roars fiercely as it unleashes a blazing attack engulfed in swirling flames, signaling the eruption of a devastating force that could change everything. Kaoru Hizeki raises his staff, emitting a blazing golden light while his red eyes glow fiercely, signaling the beginning of a power that could change everything. A fiery explosion erupts as the super flaming missile ignites the battlefield, engulfing a figure in blazing inferno. But this is just the beginning. A monstrous beast lets out a terrifying roar, its fierce presence igniting the fiery chaos around it. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki ignites powerful flames from his hand, landing with explosive force that shakes the ground beneath him, and the energy surrounding him hints at a fierce battle yet to come. Two shocked men marvel at how the boss was defeated so easily and wonder where the mysterious fighter came from. Noting his power forced the entire Supreme Guild to retreat and earn the young master's respect. But this is just the beginning. The girl thanks Zhang Yue for preventing the Supreme Guild from stealing the Zombie King boss, and the guy replies that helping was his duty as a member of the Misty Rain Pavilion. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki looks confidently ahead with a slight smirk, while a man nearby remarks with admiration that this is the makeup of a big shot. But this is just the beginning. The city is introduced under a mysterious night sky filled with faint glowing lights, setting the stage for what is to come. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki walks calmly while Ayame Kusane holds his arm laughing softly and a bystander watches them in surprise. But this is just the beginning. The furious man demands if they have defeated the boss, then his subordinate nervously explains that the monster tamer with the young miss chased away the Supreme Guild and took down the boss, prompting the man to doubt the strength of this supposedly useless monster tamer, but he has yet to find out the warrior explains that the guy is incredibly powerful and can defeat anyone with a single attack, believing this expert will strengthen their Misty Rain Pavilion, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. The man shouts angrily, accusing someone of deliberately waiting to act only after everyone is already dead, revealing a tense moment where panic clashes with desperation. The man aggressively confronts Kaoru Hizeki, asserting his role as president and threatening to expel him from the guild for disobedience, while Kaoru remains calm and unreadable. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this challenge. The fighter suddenly grabs the young man's wrist with intense force, igniting an electric clash that hints at a fierce confrontation just beginning. Kaoru Hizeki coldly reminds someone that they were the one who instructed him to remain inactive, hinting at a deeper conflict and unspoken consequences. But this is just the beginning. The angry man accuses someone of daring to touch the president, while Kaoru Hizeki coldly reminds him that the guild mission was to kill the boss and demands to know if the mission was completed. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane tells the group that without Zhang Yue, they would have been wiped out, and insists his contributions must be recorded, setting a tense atmosphere where gratitude mixes with unspoken expectations. Ayame urges Zhang Yue to continue their quest while firmly grabbing his hand, but the guy looks back with a calm yet unreadable expression, unaware that this is just the beginning. The man with fur-lined armor braces himself tensely as the younger fighter in dark armor watches him silently. Hinting at a looming confrontation, neither dares to break the silence before everything unfolds. The man orders his subordinates to watch the target closely and report any discovered weakness without delay, his fierce expression revealing the high stakes involved. A command is given and answered with agreement, while the eerie purple light and mist over the forest signal that something unknown and dangerous is about to unfold. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane covers her nose and recoils in disgust from a foul smell amidst the eerie purple forest, sensing that danger or a hidden threat lurks nearby, but unaware that this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki warns Ayame Kusane that hyper-toxic zombies are more dangerous than fire and frost ones and advises her to stay alert, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. The conversation reveals that although hyper-toxic zombies lack elemental powers, their skill is extraordinarily dangerous, hinting at a threat yet to be fully understood. A terrifying hyper-toxic zombie emerges, its poisoned aura revealed to inflict a deadly toxin that drains 6% of maximum health every second from anyone who attacks or is attacked by it. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this relentless curse. Ayame Kusane looks overwhelmed and anxious, her wide eyes filled with tears as if she faces a heartbreaking realization he has yet to understand. Kaoru Hizeki tells the girl that healing in time won't be a big problem, and she reluctantly agrees, but this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane suddenly realizes something important and calls for a moment to pause, hinting at a revelation yet to unfold, but this is just the beginning. The reward for completing the guild mission appears as a glowing card between two hands, while a person offers it and another calmly accepts with gratitude. But this is just the beginning. A dazzling vortex of purple light erupts violently, hinting at a powerful force being unleashed that could change everything. He has yet to find out the truth behind this overwhelming energy. A monstrous figure screams fiercely as dark energy swirls around it, the tension breaking when Ayame Kusane commands Zhang Yue to act immediately, and Kaoru Hizeki darts into motion, the unfolding battle hinting that this may only be the beginning. The young man casts a powerful triple spell, unleashing a devastating combination of burn and frost damage along with critical strikes on his opponent. But this is just the beginning. The girl praises the guy's exceptional damage and acknowledges that with his help controlling zombies, gathering quest items becomes easier, setting the stage for a deeper strategy that hides more than just teamwork. Kaoru Hizeki and Ayame Kusane stand silently in a mysterious forest shrouded in purple mist, the girl sharing a secret that hints at deeper truths lying ahead. But this is just the beginning. The man reports that the person under watch is on a quest to collect zombie cores with the young miss and adds that his underling observed them talking, laughing, and seeming quite close. But this is just the beginning. The furious man complains that she hasn't smiled at him since awakening the calamitous mage 3 years ago, while the calm figure suggests expelling the main character from the guild and separating him from the young woman. But this is just the beginning. Two warriors react with surprise as a glowing blue portal suddenly appears before them, signaling an unexpected event that could change everything. A zone announcement warns all hunters in Noding City about an imminent level 13 zombie wave invasion in 30 minutes, urging them to prepare for defense. But this is just the beginning. The man reveals his anger over being openly defied and having his woman stolen, hinting at a deeper conflict yet to unfold. The man with the fur collar confidently declares his intent to not let the enemy escape easily, while the young warrior reacts with concern and a hint of surprise, sensing the brewing tension. But this is just the beginning. The young man urgently informs that resurrection scrolls exist in the other world and safe zones prevent killing at the resurrection point, questioning if it will be difficult to kill the target, but this is just the beginning. The man explains the law of the second world, revealing that the protective mechanisms of safe zones disappear during the second zombie wave and that a single wave is enough for him to kill his target. A mutated hyper-toxic zombie, described as a dangerous magic-type monster emitting poison, is then shown, hinting. A hooded figure with glowing eyes appears, silently hinting at a hidden power, while the ominous title suggests a god awakened after eons of battle. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki holds a glowing skull, his eyes fixed on a towering skeletal figure behind him wielding a scythe, the flames and icy aura swirling as if destiny itself is about to unravel. But this is just the beginning. A path strewn with fallen warriors and scattered weapons glows ominously under an eerie purple mist, hinting at a devastating battle that no one has yet dared to face. But this is just the beginning. Golden coins shimmer and float mysteriously in the air against a glowing purple backdrop, hinting at hidden power and untold value. But this is just the beginning. The girl explains that they need just a few more poison element corpse cores to complete the mission, warning the guy there are only 30 minutes left before the zombie wave arrives and they must hurry. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki barely reacts as a monstrous creature roars fiercely behind him, its glowing red eyes filled with rage and menace. He has yet to find out the truth about the threat closing in on him. Ayame Kusane reacts with urgency as she channels a powerful glowing energy into her weapon while calling out a name, signaling a critical moment in the battle. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki strikes with a glowing spear as a skeletal creature attacks him fiercely, but the warrior's cold determination shields him with a powerful counterattack. He has yet to find out the truth behind this relentless foe. A dark drop falls into the purple mist, creating a ripple that hints at an unseen danger lurking beneath the surface, but this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane asks if he's okay while the young man crouches near a corpse, reminding that danger is inevitable in such a place and they should return to the city after collecting enough corpse cores, but this is just the beginning. A shadowy figure stands motionless behind a tree in the purple mist, hinting at a hidden threat lurking just beyond sight. But this is just the beginning. The fortress stands silently under the night sky, its lit windows hinting at secrets within. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki and Ayame Kusane stand surrounded by glowing energy as the system announces completing the mission and leveling up twice, hinting at more challenges ahead. Then the girl eagerly shares with Zhang Yue her new level and rare equipment gained, asking about his progress with a hopeful expression. Kaoru Hizeki calmly reveals his level with a confident smirk, while dark energy swirls around him and a menacing spectral creature looms nearby. But this is just the beginning. A mysterious voice explains that monster tamers must share experience points with their pets, preventing the main character from reaching level 20 despite continuous growth. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane warns the young man about the approaching first zombie wave and suggests refining his new equipment, to which he acknowledges with a calm reminder to himself. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confidently orders to refine to the maximum, his calm smirk hiding the weight of what is yet to come. An announcement appears revealing the main character has obtained gold-level armor and shin guards with powerful defensive traits specifically against zombies, hinting that he is about to become nearly untouchable in upcoming battles, but he has yet to find out the full cost of such protection. Kaoru Hizeki calmly considers the unbeatable strength of the silver-armored scorpion at level 15, knowing that with the right equipment, no one can challenge him. But this is just the beginning. Ayame-kusan enthusiastically declares her readiness to face the zombie wave together, masking a deeper resolve behind her cheerful facade. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane is startled by a sudden message appearing before her, wondering aloud who is searching for her now. But this is just the beginning. The girl reads a message asking for urgent help at the office and wonders if her sister's presence means something serious has happened. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane tells Kaoru Hizeki that she can't fight the zombie wave with him due to urgent matters at home, and he replies that she should hurry or she won't be able to leave once the wave arrives. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane warns that although the zombie wave is only level 13, their overwhelming numbers pose a deadly threat, and she cautions Zhang Yue to stay alert, hinting that the danger is far from over. The young man accepts with quiet confidence the responsibility offered to him, hinting that this is just the beginning of a deeper journey. Kaoru Hizeki stands silently before the crackling blue energy, sensing that this encounter is only the beginning of a deeper mystery. Lightning crackles fiercely between ancient stone walls, shattering the silence with a warning of the fierce storm ahead. But this is just the beginning. A glowing message warns heroes that a zombie wave is imminent and urges everyone to find emergency shelter immediately. But this is just the beginning. The group of warriors stands alert on a glowing battlefield, sensing an approaching threat that could change everything. But this is just the beginning. The announcement warns all hunters in Nuading City that a zombie wave is attacking, and they are trapped inside until the threat is defeated, revealing that survival hinges on killing over 50 zombies, but the real danger may be yet undisclosed. A blinding light breaks through the darkness, hinting at an unknown fate beyond the threshold, but this is just the beginning. Monstrous creatures with glowing purple eyes roar fiercely as they surge forward in a terrifying wave, the young man grimacing with shock and urgency while trying to hold his ground against the overwhelming threat. He has yet to find out the truth behind this sudden assault. Kaoru Hizeki calmly explains that the zombie waves are endless and programmed to retreat after an hour of attacking, so he must kill 50 to get a break, but he doesn't know that there's something more behind it. Kaoru Hizeki reads urgent messages pleading for help from a besieged guild, realizing the crisis is worse than he expected and that his intervention might change everything. Kaoru Hizeki stands alone in the cold shadows of an alley where several fallen warriors and discarded swords hint at a deadly confrontation he has just passed through. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this silent carnage. Two figures stand in the shadows behind a large window, one mocking the other for blindly following orders out of arrogance and ignorance. But this is just the beginning. Two men discuss the main character's low defensive stats, one explaining that despite his high damage output, he took significant harm from a hyper-toxic zombie, implying he focused all his points on offense and left his defense weak. But this is just the beginning. The man explains that he bribed 10 level 12 archers to ambush in the alley and believes the target's weak defense means a focused attack will kill him easily. But this is just the beginning. The man declares with cold certainty that as long as Zhang Yue dies here, the forces stationed at the respawn fountain will kill him instantly each time he returns, vowing to drive him mad through endless death. But this is just the beginning. A man shouts angrily that Jinner belongs to him and no one should even think of stealing her. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki walks silently through the empty corridor, his calm and cold expression hinting at an unseen burden. But this is just the beginning. The young man plants his foot firmly on the ground, signaling a decisive and unyielding resolve. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands alone, surrounded by a deadly rain of glowing arrows descending rapidly. The danger pressing in, but his expression remaining cold and unreadable. He has yet to find out the truth behind this relentless assault. Kaoru Hizeki summons a colossal silver-armored scorpion as the air crackles with energy, signaling the beginning of a formidable challenge he has yet to fully comprehend. Two men express shock and disbelief, questioning how someone they thought weak could be so strong, hinting that the truth about his power is yet to be revealed. The message warns that a malicious attack has been launched by a hunter, granting only 10 minutes to counterattack without increasing the evil value if the target is killed within that time. But this is just the beginning. The young man reveals his glowing eyes beneath the shadow of his hood, threatening that the show isn't over and now it's his turn to act. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki holds a glowing skull, while a shadowy, skeletal figure looms behind him with a deadly scythe, suggesting the young man confronts a dark force much greater than himself. And this is just the beginning. The young man screams in horror as an explosion throws a hunter into the air. But he realizes his action brings no evil points, hinting at a deeper mystery he has yet to uncover. Kaoru Hizeki fiercely defends an ally by powerfully blocking a monstrous attack, while the announcement reveals that killing the hunter with a grey name does not increase evil points. But he has yet to find out the truth behind this rule. The main character stands alone amid fallen warriors and scattered weapons, while a massive, menacing armored serpent looms above, hinting at a deadly confrontation. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki's eyes glow with intense energy as he prepares to unleash a power he barely controls. But this is just the beginning. The armored warrior screams in disbelief at the overwhelming strength of his opponent, unable to comprehend how such power exists. But this is just the beginning. The warrior aggressively demands an explanation about the unexpected defense failure, while the young man confesses his own confusion. But this is just the beginning. The warrior unleashes a massive fireball attack that erupts between the two fighters, forcing them to brace themselves for the devastating impact. But this is just the beginning. A lone figure stands amid a swirling storm of fire and smoke, surrounded by an eerie glow that hints at a hidden power yet to be revealed. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki confronts an unseen opponent with cold confidence, challenging the attempt to deceive him as flames swirl around. But this is just the beginning. The man with a fur-collared cloak grits his teeth and sweats in shock, demanding an explanation that hints at a startling revelation yet to unfold. Kaoru Hizeki accuses someone of secretly sending people to watch him after the zombie boss was eliminated, implying a hidden threat and questioning their true intentions. But this is just the beginning. Two armored men accuse the young man of faking weakness to lure them into a trap, while he calmly reveals that his intention was only to observe their plans. But this is just the beginning. A warrior fiercely charges forward, declaring his unyielding desire to kill despite his opponent discovering their plans. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki unleashes a powerful icy strike with his staff, unleashing a sweeping wave of frigid energy that hints at a battle far from over. The warrior gasps in shock as blue energy violently erupts from his hands, revealing a power he clearly did not expect to unleash. But this is just the beginning. The young man shouts urgently that Zhang Yue is acting against orders and trying to assassinate the president, demanding immediate action to kill him. But this is just the beginning. The young man is surrounded by fiery energy as an opponent shouts their readiness and lunges at him, wielding a knife wrapped in dark purple flames, signaling a deadly clash where the cost of a single mistake could be fatal. A blazing sphere of energy spirals downward, threatening to unleash destruction while jagged crystals glow ominously below. And the stage is set for a perilous moment that will change everything. But this is just the beginning. The young man unleashes a powerful fireball attack, his roar echoing his determination as flames engulf his entire body. But this is just the beginning. A man exclaims in shock and demands to know the identity of the one who defeated an elite-ranked Templar assassin with a single shot. The man screams in agony as flames engulf him, his fate hanging by a thread in this fiery torment. Kaoru Hizeki stands calm and confident amid roaring flames, warning that he is someone no one can afford to offend. But this is just the beginning. A glowing message declares the death caused by the single class-changed necromancer Zero at level 17, hinting at a hidden power behind the mysterious crystal that bathes the room in eerie blue light. He has yet to find out the truth. The young man anxiously tells the president that the warrior is the legendary Zero, who cleared the first world in half a day and questions the nature of the necromancer class, while the president defensively admits ignorance, hinting at deeper mysteries yet to be uncovered. The young man furiously realizes that Zhang Yue has been hiding his true identity and pretending to be weak to deceive others, and he vows to make him pay, but this is just the beginning. The rain pours over the towering Su family building as a voice expresses disbelief, hinting that a shocking revelation is about to unfold. The girl with purple hair firmly tells the others that she has disliked Chenjun from the start, revealing a deep-seated tension that hints at conflicts yet to unfold. The man explains that feelings can be developed regardless of liking someone, while mentioning a small gift prepared for Jinyan, hinting at something more behind the gesture. The man reveals that the energy drugs and the customized demon suit, worth millions and crafted by a legendary blacksmith, are gifts from the Chen family to the girl, implying a future alliance through marriage with his son Chenjun to secure vast resources, but the true intentions behind this offer are yet to be uncovered. Ayame-san firmly rejects the interference in her marriage decisions, asserting her independence despite the respectful tone toward Uncle Chen. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki narrows his cold calculating gaze, sizing up an unseen threat with a silent but deadly resolve. But this is just the beginning. The man fiercely reprimands Jinyan for disrespecting the sacrifices made by the Su family, warning her fiercely about the weight of her words. He doesn't know that there's something more behind it. The woman lowers her head with a shadowed face, hiding her expression as tension fills the air. But this is just the beginning. A woman firmly tells her uncle that Jinyan is not an object for transactions and no one should interfere with her marriage, the looming presence of the man in the suit hinting at a deeper conflict yet to unfold. The older sister reassures the younger that she will always support her pursuit of happiness, and the girl expresses her gratitude. But this is just the beginning. The woman reacts with surprise while clutching a glowing device, and the man in the suit calmly reveals a similar device in his pocket, implying a silent exchange of power that hints at a deeper game unfolding. Ayame Kusane reacts with shock to the news that Chen Jun was killed and wonders if Zhang Yue is responsible, while a man in the background angrily relays the information over the phone. He has yet to find out the truth. The man angrily demands an explanation for his son's death despite his sacrifice to aid the Su family, revealing deep betrayal and brewing conflict. The man urges Director Chen to remain calm and insists that the situation is likely a misunderstanding. But this is just the beginning. A tense man warns firmly that he will not forgive if anything bad happens to his son Suchen, while a woman listens silently, the threat hanging heavy in the air and the true danger yet to unfold. A sudden, sharp sound echoes as the heavy doors are forcefully struck, signaling imminent danger that the main character has yet to fully understand. A man questions the two women about the heavy financial support the Chen family gives to the Su family group and the consequences of recommending that person, hinting at a deeper political tension behind their meeting. Ayame Kusane insists that Zhang Yue would never attack guild members without a good reason, stressing that no sane person would act that way. But this is just the beginning. An angry man demands Zhang Yue be brought to him immediately, insisting that he must beg the Chen family for forgiveness or be thrown out of the Misty Rain Pavilion, revealing a ruthless ultimatum that hints at deeper conflicts ahead. The young woman with purple hair anxiously calls out to her uncle, catching the attention of another woman who reacts with surprise while holding a phone. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane urgently questions someone on the phone about their location and whether they have truly killed Chen Jun, while a man and a shocked woman watch silently in the background. But this is just the beginning. The young man declares his resignation and reveals that he is leaving the Misty Rain Pavilion, his confident stride signaling a new chapter, but he has yet to find out the truth behind this decision. The cloaked figure stands silently in the shadows, his glowing eyes hinting at a hidden power, while the ominous title suggests a battle-worn god whose journey has only just begun, stirring curiosity about the untold struggles ahead. Kaoru Haizeki holds a glowing skull defiantly as a towering skeletal reaper looms behind him, wielding a giant scythe, hinting that a deadly confrontation is inevitable and danger surrounds them. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane urgently tells someone on the phone not to act rashly and promises to prove their innocence, revealing a brewing conflict behind the scene. But this is just the beginning. The girl speaks into the phone, urging the listener to let the matter go despite evident tension. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Haizeki decides to cut ties with the Misty Rain Pavilion, acknowledging the narrow-mindedness of Chen Jun and the inevitable revenge he will face. So he resolves to end the conflict once and for all. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Haizeki decides to rely on selling materials to cover a huge monthly medical bill and resolves to complete the second world quickly to reach the third world for more valuable resources, unaware that this choice will lead him into even deeper challenges. But this is just the beginning. The main character contemplates the daunting task of surviving 2 zombie waves and clearing a dungeon to complete the second world's missions, noting the grave danger and stakes ahead as he studies the mission details projected before him. He analyzes the advantages of tackling the highest level Death Cemetery dungeon, but hesitates, aware that the main character steps forward with firm confidence, his presence casting a long shadow that hints at the gravity of what is to come. He senses that this is just the beginning. Kaoru Haizeki calmly faces a group of men who whisper among themselves, questioning if he is the famous beast tamer from the Misty Rain Pavilion. But they don't realize the deeper challenge that awaits him. Kaoru Haizeki orders the others to move aside, but the group mocks his threat, taunting him that they won't budge and daring him to make a move, confident he won't attack. Kaoru Haizeki realizes that they are acting with clear intention, sensing a deliberate threat lurking behind the scene, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Haizeki demands to know how much Chen Jun paid them, his cold gaze cutting through the tension as the other man sweats nervously under the weight of the question. But this is just the beginning. The man reveals that President Chen rewarded them with money and resurrection scrolls for dying by Kaoru's hands, while the young man replies with a confident smirk that he is highly regarded for this deadly task. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Haizeki contemplates the cost of fighting a group of level 10 enemies, realizing that using his power will brand him with a red name, prevent him from entering safe zones or logging out, and trap him in the second world without reaching the boss battle. While acknowledging this as the man in golden armor commands a group by offering double payment and a large bounty to kill the president of the Misty Rain Pavilion, promising 50,000 per attempt and 500,000 for the final hit, while the stunned warriors react with shock and question his audacity. But this is just the beginning. a man introduces young master Liu Yao as the youngest son of the wealthiest family in Linhai City, and a subordinate urges others to follow his orders, prompting a swift response. He has yet to find out the truth behind this power. The man with golden armor tells Kaoru Hizeki that Chen Jun has been plotting against him in the other world, and the young man acknowledges the brazenness of his enemy. But this is just the beginning. The young man slyly offers protection and an opportunity to name a price, warning about arrogant enemies in the Misty Rain Pavilion, hinting at hidden alliances and the cost of refusal. The main character declines interest in joining guilds for now, while two men discuss his lack of gratitude despite their help and the danger posed by the Misty Rain Pavilion, hinting at deeper conflicts ahead, but this is just the beginning. The fighter steps forward cautiously through the mist, the faint glow around his boots hinting at an unseen power. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki reflects on his failed attempt to sever ties with Chunjun by leaving the Misty Rain Guild, realizing that unless he confronts him soon, more trouble is inevitable. But this is just the beginning. The dark entrance to a level 15 pitch-black zombie den looms ominously, signaling a deadly challenge ahead. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands alone in the eerie darkness, contemplating why most hunters pursue high-level rewards instead of risking the low-level but dangerous pitch-black zombie den. He remains calm, but the tension hints at challenges ahead. And this is just the beginning. An old mage with a glowing amulet offers the adventurer a deadly challenge in the pitch-black zombie den dungeon, hinting at danger lurking beyond the invitation. But this is just the beginning. The young man declares his intent to challenge the dungeon, while the hooded girl wishes him luck, hinting at the dangerous trial ahead. A glowing amulet reveals the rare opportunity to refine an ordinary secret quest into a gold secret quest. Though its success is uncertain and costly, yet the fighter resolves. Someone urgently orders to stop Chen Jun and calls him a living 500,000, demanding to kill him immediately, hinting at a deadly pursuit that's only just beginning. The armored man shouts a warning as he charges forward, his urgency hinting at impending danger that could change everything. The man panics over his hired men turning against him and blames Zhang Yue for the betrayal, but this is just the beginning. The young man warns the president that resurrection scrolls cannot be used for 5 more days and advises waiting for the cooldown before farming. Meanwhile, an angry fighter threatens Zhang Yue with a deadly vow, but this is just the beginning. Two hunters stand speechless as a glowing notice declares the dungeon has transformed into a hidden challenge offering free resurrection for 2 hours. But this is just the beginning. A warrior announces he has been given a rare chance to be resurrected and clear a dangerous level 15 dungeon, commanding to gather the guild members with their best equipment, while the main character silently agrees, sensing the gravity of the mission ahead, but unaware of what hidden threats await. A fiery beast screams in pain as it is struck by a powerful golden attack. A confident warrior in shining armor smiles with the advantage of a free resurrection he cannot usually access, and commands his elite guild members to assemble and advance toward the dark zombie den, knowing this is just the beginning. The main character walks among the fallen bodies with a confident, cold expression, holding a glowing weapon and a mysterious green gem, while reflecting on the mission to clear a dungeon and the dangerous lure of the rewards and resurrection perk that await. But this is just the beginning. A dark, ominous purple energy rises from a shattered skeletal creature, hinting at a power yet to be unleashed and the danger that lies ahead. A monstrous shadow wreathed in sinister purple flames lets out a terrifying roar, signaling a looming threat that promises chaos and destruction. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki calmly declares his intent to guarantee the success of his hunt, a hint that his plans are just beginning and deeper secrets await revelation. Kaoru Hizeki stands resolute, wielding a blazing weapon against the towering gatekeeper engulfed in dark, ominous energy. He knows this battle is only the beginning. The massive shadowy monster looms, radiating deadly power that challenges the young man's confidence, hinting to Kaoru Hizeki holds a glowing skull with determination, while a menacing skeletal figure looms behind him, wielding a scythe, signaling a deadly confrontation. But this is just the beginning. The explosion erupts violently, scattering fiery debris with a force that hints at the devastating consequences to come. But this is just the beginning. A fierce explosion engulfs the scene in blinding light and fiery destruction, signaling the beginning of a conflict far more dangerous than it seems. A dark, ominous energy pulses and spreads like flames, hinting at a dangerous power awakening beneath the surface. He has yet to find out the truth hidden in these shadows, but this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki threatens his opponent to be honest or face losing the arm, his calm yet menacing presence igniting tension as the ground cracks beneath his step. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki contemplates the rare chance offered by a dungeon granting free resurrection, realizing its potential impact on ordinary users who lack resurrection scrolls. But this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki closes his eyes quietly as faint, glowing embers drift around him, hinting at a calm before a looming storm and a secret yet to be revealed. The woman with long purple hair urgently realizes the appearance of a powerful foe, while the armored warrior notes the arrival of the Supreme Guild, hinting at a looming and dangerous confrontation nobody expected but must face. He has yet to find out the truth behind this alliance. Kaoru Hizeki activates a glowing artifact with a command to initiate a permission-altering function, unaware of the deeper consequences ahead. A glowing crystal announces that the honored order holder can alter 3 permissions of the pitch-black zombie den, hinting at power and choices that could change everything. But this is just the beginning. The warrior strikes fiercely at 2 enemies simultaneously, his swift movements cutting through their defenses. But this is just the beginning of the battle's true ordeal. The young man in the dark raincoat fights fiercely against multiple opponents with his sword, striking down enemies as others rush to engage him. But he remains calm and collected as the battle intensifies and chaos erupts around him. He has yet to find out the truth that will change everything. The warrior commands Jinyan to stay close as a group of opponents approaches through the smoke and flames, but this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane reveals her reluctant concern for someone she dismisses as a wimp, while emphasizing the respect she holds for her uncle, hinting at conflicting loyalties and hidden motives. He has yet to find out the truth. Hunters receive a chilling announcement that the dungeon's free resurrection is revoked. Escape is impossible, and killing weaker hunters brings no reward, sparking growing fear and confusion. A warrior reacts with disbelief, questioning the sanity behind this deadly permission change and fearing a mass sacrifice. But this is just the beginning. The young man questions if Zhang Yue deliberately baited them by activating the dungeon, but the warrior angrily dismisses the idea as impossible, refusing to believe Zhang Yue could have amassed such rare resources just to deceive them. A man urgently explains that the permissions have changed to target someone specific, while the girl calmly dismisses the idea that it could be him, suggesting the user just wants to eliminate competition and claim all the rewards alone. But this is just the beginning. The armored man confidently reassures Jinyan that he will protect him through the dungeon regardless of permission changes, declaring he can handle 500 zombies without fear. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane advises calmly but with a hint of warning that the others should focus on themselves first, signaling an underlying tension that hints at challenges ahead. The armored feet step forward decisively on the glowing ground, signaling the arrival of someone whose presence will soon shift the balance of power. But this is just the beginning. The warrior declares that the rewards will belong to the Misty Rain Pavilion if they defeat the boss first. But the young man warns the president that there seems to be someone ahead, sparking the leader's disbelief and alarm at the possibility of a faster rival, hinting that the conflict is far from The man reacts with shock and fear upon hearing a voice, while the purple-haired woman calls out in surprise, making it clear the voice is unexpected and significant. He has yet to find out the truth behind it. Kaoru Hizeki sits atop a fearsome defeated beast, gripping his glowing staff with a calm yet menacing air, and reflects that he has been waiting for quite a while. But this is just the beginning. Ayame Kusane expresses surprise at Zhang Yue's sudden appearance, revealing she was about to search for him, but this is just the beginning. The man accuses the other of using the gold secret order to activate the dungeon and demands to know where he obtained it, while his anger and suspicion fill the tense air. The young man and the girl simultaneously step forward as a purple aura swirls around them, signaling the beginning of something far greater and more dangerous than they realize. Kaoru Hizeki challenges his opponents by pointing out their chance to kill him is right in front of them, while one of the men worries about falling for the trick and the costly consequences if he chooses to attack now. But this is just the beginning. The furious man declares his powerful connections and demands respect while warning against any attack, making the tension between the three men palpable and hinting at dangerous consequences. He has yet to find out the truth behind their silence. A warrior commands Jinyan to control Zhang Yue using the power of silence at any cost, while Ayame Kusane condemns their cruelty and refuses to support their wrongdoing, hinting at deeper conflicts to come. The young man sweats nervously, his wide eyes betraying fear as a dark, ominous aura surrounds him. He has yet to find out the truth lurking just beyond his grasp. A furious man orders to attack and kill Zhang Yue, while his companions express doubt about their chances because they are low-leveled and fear it's a suicidal mission. But this is just the beginning. The lips clench tightly in silent fury, sweat betraying a hidden fear that could shatter everything. He's on the edge, but this is just the beginning. The man rallies fighters by promising $5,000 for each resurrection, while observers doubt the possibility of fending off a human wave attack. Two warriors weigh their chances and available resurrections as the looming battle promises dire stakes, but this is just the beginning. The young man apologizes to the figure ahead but commands his comrades to charge, throwing themselves into the attack with fierce determination, unaware that this confrontation is only the beginning. The young man warns that a level 9 zombie wave is far more dangerous than a mere misty rain pavilion, hinting at the enormous threat ahead. But this is just the beginning. The fighter launches a powerful flaming sword strike that cuts through his opponent with blistering speed and force, igniting the battlefield in a deadly blaze. The main character stands resolute amid the flames, the intense damage inflicted marking a pivotal victory. But he does not yet realize that this triumph will only lead. The armored man urges to defeat the boss quickly while it is under crowd control to clear the dungeon, revealing the pressure of the critical moment. The young man and his allies brace themselves as a colossal, menacing creature with glowing red eyes erupts from the ground, unleashing a powerful shockwave that signals the true scale of the threat they face. He has yet to find out the truth behind this nightmare. The warriors exchange nervous questions about an armored scorpion, with one confidently claiming he will handle the creature, but the hidden threat behind the seemingly simple enemy hints that this is just the beginning. The fighter confronts a monstrous beast, striking it with fierce determination that hides a deeper challenge yet to come. The young man angrily questions how he, a powerful level 14 warrior, cannot even damage a monstrous scorpion, unaware that this frustration is only the beginning of a much deeper challenge. Kaoru Hizeki coldly notes that injuring a level 15 elite silver armored scorpion wearing 2 pieces of level 15 2-star gold attribute armor would be impressive, but this is just the beginning. Sharp weapons fly rapidly through the air, signaling the start of a sudden and dangerous confrontation. But this is just the beginning. The warrior orders his men to kill everyone for a high reward as arrows rain down on the shields, and the fighters urgently question who is ambushing them and whether their rivals aim to kill steal. But one admits ignorance while tension mounts because this is just the beginning. Kaoru Hizeki stands silent and composed, his cold gaze fixed ahead as embers float around him, hinting at the danger lurking beneath the calm. He has yet to find out the truth,